Hello.
Hey Clive, how you doing?
Okay, fine, thanks. How's my voice now?
Yeah, spot on, mate.
Oh, right. Okay, great, thanks. How's things?
Yeah. One of them. It's a bad day today.
Oh, yes. Well, what are you doing at this moment? Are you okay? Just to chat or whatever?
Yeah, I've booted the stream up. I'm going to try and have a go at the streaming anyway.
Yeah, right. Now, as said, I went through it for many years. I am very lucky because I'm someone that went right down to the ground, but somehow I'd got the strength to climb back up, and I went back to work. I was off work for about 12 years, 12 years plus, but I went back to work, and once you've suffered from this kind of thing, it is always there, but it's something that I am lucky where I know many people that once they're there, they never come back up again. You know?
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is very difficult, but in my case, it's been able to talk. Actually, I don't know everyone is completely different the way they cope. But being able to talk is a great help, And I mean, for the job you are doing, don't call it in a job in very small letters. The job you're doing there, it's just absolutely great, fantastic.
Thank you.
I mean, you are married. I mean, you've got
I'm not quite married yet. I'm engaged.
Oh, right, okay. But you've got kids as well.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, in my case, that couldn't happen. But that must be to having kids is absolutely really first class. But it must be a bigger strain as well. I don't know. I don't know how when you've got to cope with.
It's difficult.
Sometimes, I bet you, many years have gone by, I've sat in a corner, curled up, and I've just cried.
Yeah. It's just, I with the autism, it makes the job more difficult. It's hard to get people to understand that, you say mental health and people go, oh, yeah, I've had depression, I've had this. And, it's not that I want to throttle them, but I feel like I should be throttling them and just saying, depression is something you can work your way through. And that's difficult on its own. I get depression alongside all my other issues because I have ADHD as well. So I was only diagnosed when I was 32, so that's only a few years back. So I'm learning to deal with change, I suppose, because I'm learning to be a new me. If that makes any sense. I thought I knew me, and I clearly didn't.
Right.
And Kareen's the same. She got to know me as A person, and now B person has taken over, and it's difficult because the kids have got to play a big role in all of that as well, and that's why I'm seeking therapy now to try and get to grips with what's going on.
And with what you see of how does what that you do now with your flight sim help.
It gets me out. Well, as I say, I it's only I did flight sim before in the quiet of my own time, and this was sort of maybe a couple of years ago, or whatever, and then I started thinking maybe I should stream,
Yeah.
because I was struggling with connecting with people, and I do. My anxieties are pretty bad. And I thought, well, do you know what? I'll stream. Maybe I can make some new friends along the way.
Well,
And do you know, I've met some amazing people so far.
well, you know what you do. I mean, you're not at work, but do you realize? I mean, I've been out to touch now with all these groups, but to, I mean, not all people are into flight,
No.
flight sim, but if you had, say, like a group of 12 of people,
Yeah.
you can imagine some of these larger of setups. They could host of such a group, and what people would get out of. I mean, how can I put it? You know, when you sit down up at your screen,
Yeah.
and you know what we do with actual flight
Yeah.
sim. It channels your mind,
Focuses it. Yeah.
focuses, and all the, shall I say, the stupid thoughts that go through your mind. I'll say the stupid thoughts because they are. I mean,
They can be quite childish, can't they? Some of the thoughts that go through your head.
I mean, they are real, and if ever, I'm going off again. It's a tangent now, but if ever someone says to you, "Oh, come on, give yourself a kick, get up and get going," you know what they're saying is correct. But at that time that you're feeling down,
Yeah.
right? In my case, if you don't mind me asking, or mind me saying, what used to be, now this is only the way it used to come out with actual me. I'd always had shortish hair
Okay.
that I could comb. Do you realise that when I used to go to work years ago, it used to take me 4 or 5 hours to comb my hair?
Oh wow.
And my hair wrecked my life.
Oh dear.
But
That was a coping strategy or mechanism for you, though,
well,
wasn't it?
that's it. They never got down to get into to open that door that actually caused that. But that what used to hold me back.
Yeah.
But then something clicked. And for, it's a long story, but I won't go into all that. But something clicked, and then I shaved off my hair, did a number one.
Oh, there you go. Job done.
But if I ever get tensed up now, though, the first thing I go back to is my hair.
Oh, wow.
And yeah,
Old habits die hard.
I mean, now you will probably say, "God, it's almost like saying there's people that wash their hands 100 times a day."
OCD. Yeah.
That's it. Or something like that. You know, when people say, "Come on, look, Clive, get a grip," it's exactly what you have to do. But at that time, when you're going through that bad phase, it's the most hardest thing ever.
It is. It is.
And yet, the only person that can help you is
yourself.
you. No other person can do nothing at all.
Exactly.
I mean, I am lucky that somehow I've got a strength that has pushed me along, and but no, it is. But you know, going back onto this kind of group of flight actual sim, to have such a group set up, can you imagine how much help that would be to some people that could do that? And it could very easily lead into a job, a paid job.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately,
it is,
this has just been I suppose this is self-help that I'm promoting. This is my therapy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for people to come along. You know, I just find like I'm you know, like I said about learning all the different my triggers and various things, and
Yeah.
you know, trying to get to grips with, like my therapist said last week. He said you've got to learn when you've got to notice when these things are brewing, and sort of either take yourself out of the situation or learn a coping mechanism strategy to avoid the unthinkable. Now this morning it was a perfect example. The plumber was meant to be coming to fix our heating. Well, no, he was meant to come Monday, and I changed my plans for Monday, and he didn't turn up because of some help or whatever. And then he messaged me saying it might be tomorrow, and I was like, okay. I said, let me know as soon as you can. I'll see, because I don't deal well with change and plans change. Certainly not plans changing.
Yeah.
And then Karine said to me last night, said, we'll get up, because I did the kids' bed yesterday. I'd built them all up and one thing. Which, that took a lot out of me. And I said, okay, so last night I loaded the car in anticipation of going straight to the rubbish tip this morning, and various plans were put in place so that I knew what I would be doing today, and obviously I'm here for 11. And Karine wasn't feeling great, so she got up a bit later than planned. Then the plumber messaged me saying I'll be there at about 10. So I'm like, okay, no worries, but I'm busy at 11 till 2. So he then thought I was free at 11. So he said, fine, I'll come at 11. So automatically, straight away, my brain's going to go, what on earth is going on? And one thing led to another, to borderline meltdown, and me just losing my crap. And I problem is, I know I'm doing it, I just have no control over it, and that's the autism side of things. That's my autism playing a big part in that, you know.
Right. If I'm right in saying this, I don't know all that much about it.
No,
but,
that's fine.
From what I do know about it, am I right in saying that if that you make plans, which is fine,
stick to them.
Yeah, all that is fine. But once those plans take a slight twist, that is when
catastrophe kicks in.
Yeah, of your mind, mind can twist as well.
Exactly.
You have to have a set plan and stick to that plan.
Yeah, if I change the plan, then that's not too bad. I can deal with that. I know that sounds very selfish. I get that, but if I'm doing something and we've got plans set in motion, and I turn around and say, oh, well, what about if we do this first, or if we do it the other way around, and then if I come up with a plan and it alters, then that seems to be more accepted. Whereas if we've made a plan and say Karine changes it, she gets it in the neck. She does. And
when things do go wrong, if I may ask, of how does your mind act? How does it change?
It goes on a tangent, mate. I just see red. It's like the red rag to a bull. Right. It's almost picking a fight without it actually being a fight, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and
the knock-on effect of what happens is not pleasant, and it doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. If you're changing my plans or something, you're going to get it in the neck.
Right. So
I'm not an aggressive person. I don't want anyone to think I'm aggressive, but it's difficult.
So, and when that does happen, are you aware of that has happened, or where do you stop that? Can you put a halt to that?
I can. I can't stop it once it's in motion. Once it's in motion, that's it. It's got to play its course. It's got to run its course. I just went and sat out in the car just now and shook and breathed heavy, and just took time out. Koreans had to go off and do some family jobs and stuff to help her mum and whatever. I cancelled the plumber. So I took myself out of it. I said some things I probably shouldn't have said to Korean. but it's like I can't control that side of my brain.
Right.
That side of my brain is. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, specialists, that turn around and say you can. But for me, currently, I can't. Which is,
So,
it's hard. But Kareen, I know she loves me to pieces, or she wouldn't put up with the crap I throw at her pretty much every day.
So, being that your mind goes like this, is this the reason, part of the reason why that you don't go out?
Yeah, my anxieties. Yeah, I just feel I get very paranoid. I stim quite a bit when I'm nervous and stuff, and which is ticking, for want of a better word.
And I should expect that if you're outside and things do go wrong in your mind, it could create quite a lot of trouble.
Trauma is probably the easy way to describe it.
Because and other people probably wouldn't know what is going wrong, and they think that you are just
silly or weird. That's probably that's being honest. That's how it probably looks to some people. He's just a big guy. I mean, I'm not a small guy. I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
You know, so you can see me coming. You know, when you see me walking down the road, twitching and fidgeting, or looking everywhere else other than at someone that I'm supposed to be talking to, it's weird. But you know, I'm okay with that. I've made my peace with what is.
Yeah.
I just want to now learn how to live the best I can with what I've got. If that makes sense. You know, I can't get rid of my autism. It's with me for life. And my ADHD is with me for life. I was born with it. I only realised when I was, you know, when was I, 28, 29? You know, there was a lot of issues and problems going through my life, and you know, we had to all sit up and kind of go, okay, what's going wrong? Where is this coming from? You know, you know, several specialists later and various antidepressants later, which didn't touch the sides. You know, I was like a pharmacist guinea pig for a while.
Yeah. And, you know, you go to see different people, you talk to people.
Yep.
Some people you get along with okay, and there are some people you think they haven't got a clue.
And, you know, it's those people that I feel for, because if they just took a moment just to stop and think and asked a few questions, you know, like you've asked just now, you know, well, how does that affect you, kind of thing, or, you know, where do you go in your bad places? You know, where does your brain take you? Yeah. You know, it's not difficult to understand on a very simple level that people can get pushed into some pretty dark places. Yeah,
and of course, you see, these people that you go and see, they're what shall I say? Let's call them, for want of a word, trained people.
Some of them can be, yeah.
But this is it now. That word trained, they are taught a job.
Yeah.
But you see, when I used to be part of the group that I used to co-run up at the end, the beauty of that group, that the group was run by the people that it was trying to help.
Yeah, well, they're the best people. They're the people that know firsthand what it's like, or what people are trying to fight, and what demons they're trying to battle.
Now, see, when I first started to work, I went into helping people with mental ill health, and I went to help them within their own homes. having how to take care of the home, how to go to shopping and stuff like that, and helping them get along day by day. And I was told by the people in charge of me that I was not allowed or supposed to talk about my actual past life.
Isn't that what makes you perfect for doing what you're doing?
Well,
your experience.
I must admit, a couple of things cropped up where I could see why that did happen.
Right.
Because in the actual
you're all right, mate. Take time.
Yeah, the actual downside.
Yeah.
It was held against me by a few of the people I was trying to help. How can a person who suffers from this kind of thing, how can they help me or whatever?
Yeah.
But you see, and well, no, it's going on such a long time about it, but it was kind of that it was held against me. It was a very bad, part. But the plus point of that is by able to help the people I was helping on a day-by-day basis. When we used to go to the shops, walking along the road or on the bus, I used to talk to them, and sometimes they had their up days, sometimes their down day. But I knew, well, not completely, because everyone is, completely different. But you knew just how their mind was going, what they were going through,
sure.
and you was able to talk to them up on that same level, and give them that kind of space.
Yeah.
And quite often, sometimes I'd come back to the shops with someone, and quite often someone would say, "Thanks."
Well, that's all you want, isn't it?
Thanks.
It means the world.
And I said, well, it sounds just talking there sounds so odd, but I said, thanks for
sure.
what? And I said, for just being able to talk.
Yeah.
They said, some of these trained people, they can be so, I don't know.
Black and white.
I tell you what, there was one thing I also had a job in the actual, what they used to call the QE, the QE PH. I used to work there, and I've done such a lot of strange things, and well,
you've lived your life, haven't you?
One of the psychs, one of the what did they call them? What did they call those people?
Psychiatrists.
Yeah. Well, for a few years, I thought he was one of the actual patients. But anyway, before people, the part I used to go to was before people used to go in and see these people. The work I used to do there. I'm not going to go into what I used to do there, but I used to work in this little room, and quite often people used to pop in and come in for a chat, and I used to end up buying them of coffee or tea, and we used to just sit down and just talk, just wasting the time of the day. And quite often they said, thank you for the talk. This talk has helped me such a lot more than going to see my, trained person. It's such an, I don't know. I could go off on a tangent on and on, but I mean now, I had to go back to work. I was deemed fit to go back to work.
Are you sure?
Well, yes. Before I went back to work, I said, "Oh, I'd love to go back to work. Oh, I want to go back to work." And people just said, "Oh, you stupid fool, Clive. Stay where you are." But in the end of the day, I had to go up to actual 5 ways, and I couldn't pull the wool over their eyes. Although I was working for the group I was working with, I was working 15 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
So I must admit, for the skills they gave me, the skills I learned, it was an amazing of experience, and what they paid for me to do. It was all done in such a good way, But no, I went back to work, and
the rest is history, as they say.
Well, it is, but of course, once you suffer from that, it is always there.
It haunts you, doesn't it, for a long time? Well, all the time.
But then again, you see, I'm talking about me now. I should be talking about you, but we've all got our own ways to being able to cope.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've got kids.
I do.
I mean, that must be such a
nightmare.
Fantastic thing, but it should be a nightmare as well.
It is a nightmare. I mean, I'm proud. I'm a proud dad for sure. But it's hard work, because there's no way on earth they're even going to attempt to try and understand how I'm feeling or what. They're trying to understand the world as it is from their point of view, never mind from another person's point of view. So it's I struggle daily with that. That's a big ongoing battle. And
of your wife or of your partner, does she suffer from the same or not?
She just suffers me.
Ah, right.
I know she loves me to pieces. I know she does. It's just, for me. I know it gets her down, and I know it every day. It gets her down because, life could be better, but we can only make the best of what we've got.
Well, if you are part way there, I mean, for the group you're on, I mean, that's just absolutely. I mean, what you could lead up to with that,
I want to help people. That was the prime aim of doing this is to reach out to the people, and I've said this to people. It's not just the disabled or the people that are struggling in any way. It's just people. I just want to reach out to people that maybe are a bit scared of doing something or struggling.
Well, I said about having a job doing it, a paid job, and you said, well, I couldn't go out to work at this time. But come to think about it, to start off with, you wouldn't have to leave your home.
No, I wouldn't. And to be fair, this kind of thing is doable from the comfort of my own home as well.
Yep. But when you start these kind of things, it gives people such a boost that you can channel your mind, and that could only help.
2 seconds, sorry. Report aircraft type and stand number. Roger. Sorry, I've sent a message on VATSIM, VPilot.
But just going off of the tangent there, let's not talk about all this kind of thing over there. How did you start with flight?
I've been doing it since I was about 17, I think, 16, and I just got into it. I've always had a fascination with aircraft. Ever since I was, I'd say, secondary school, I started noticing I'd got a fascination for it. And it just spiraled out of control. I went to work at the airport then, did some,
Oh, right.
I worked at First Choice after doing a stint at Burger King and various things. And ended up at First Choice, and I did a couple of what they call familiarization flights, cockpit jobs. So I flew from Birmingham to Gran Canaria on the 757 in the cockpit. I returned, that was nice. Spent an hour in Gran Canaria. Tavers, hi, how you doing, mate? What's up? Thank you for being here. Sorry, if I do go off a tangent, it's just me saying hi to people in chat.
Yes.
And then I was lucky enough then to do another one from East Midlands down to Funchal, which was like the most amazing experience I've ever had. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Tavers, man. What's happening with you down south? He's in Australia, so. So I flying in the jump seat of an A320 into Funchal was something I will live with for the rest of my life. That approach as you come down and the airport's on your right, and then you've got this hard bank right, and you're following the edge of the mountain and everything, and where they land, and they're just able to put the aircraft on the numbers every time.
Yes.
And I know it's captain's only landing there, and I just think, fair play. You can tell. I know pilots are paid a lot of money, but you can tell where they earn their money. And I just had the utmost respect for what they were doing, and the hours they pull, some of them are just insane.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, all this, it just comes from doing the same thing time and time and time. It's
muscle memory.
It's just a job. It's what you do what you do.
Well, the thing is, though, sadly, it becomes just a job, doesn't it? I think that's when the job needs to be looked at as to whether you're enjoying it or not. A pilot should be passionate about what he does, I think.
Well, especially these days, because a pilot's job, mainly a job of a pilot these days, other than flying the plane, which it doesn't really do.
Sometimes it does.
It is to actually fill out his forms. To fill out his forms, and it all goes on cost and time.
It's due diligence, isn't it, these days? All the paperwork and stuff.
Of course, you might find that it's like in all walks of life. The younger people coming into these jobs now, they are trained as it is now, but the older people who used to be trained right from the roots, right up. If say once something does go wrong up in flight, okay, the first thing you do, you get out your books, right? Okay, this has gone wrong. Right, we follow A, B, C, D, E. Right. Now, an older person, they would probably have to, because that's what their firm says. You do have to follow A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
But an older person might say, wait there, hold on. When I was trained to fly, we used to, what about this? Or, it's something that the younger people, they don't have that. Going off the tangent again, it's like these days, it's like our normal phone that we use. Years ago, my first job, I was trained on the phones, and you could actually see how things worked, how a phone worked, how things moved. But these days, nothing moves, nothing works. There's nothing to see.
Yeah.
There is nothing to see at all.
No.
And
everything's computerized. There's very little mechanical these days, is there?
No, that's it. But I suspect that over the time you have built up just of whatever you have.
Yeah, exactly. Just changing the subject ever so slightly. Are you flying with me today, Clive, or are you just along for the ride for the chat?
No,
Or?
I'm up at the moment. As I said, my mindset has got to change a bit.
Okay.
I've got into a rut. I think it's because I've got it all,
Right.
but I never tend to do for some time. Not that I can't fly or don't want to fly, but somehow I'm always looking at why this works, how it works. Let's try this, let's try. And by the time it gets to coming to fly, I am tired.
Well, do you know what you should do? Just say, I'm going to fly from A to B. I'm going to jump in my plane and go.
Yeah, and also with the big, this is where I'll see you using the one 7.2. You see, with that you can have fun with that.
Yeah.
But when you're flying the actual big jets, once you're up, it can be quite boring.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing the GA stuff at the minute as well. I want to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's not. It's the same as the cruise. Once they leave the ground, there's nothing else for them to do.
Yeah, I
just
understand.
Watch until something goes wrong. You know.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. I do.
Yeah. Now, just one last thing before I shut up.
It's okay.
I did say I'd got a speech.
I wouldn't have noticed, sir.
Well, now you say. When I start to go on and on and on and on, when I start to talk, my speech will start to what's the word?
Does it improve?
Scroll. Yeah, scroll. Right.
Okay.
It starts to go on, but whenever now speaking on that online, like actual.
You know, people are hearing you now, by the way, so you are technically speaking online anyway. So.
Oh, right, okay. But now, if I was
not trying to scare you.
No. If I was actually to speak a short phrase and a set phrase, that is when I get absolutely stuck.
When you've got to follow the book.
When I am the script. My speech, when I'm talking, I can it scrolls on. But once again, I'm putting something up in my way. Yes, if I can do that. It's just that your mind thinks, I
understand. I do. I get it.
You know, but sometimes, I mean, talk about my advice. Some of the people you have hearing that you do hear, their voice is absolutely awful. In fact, some of the voices, however, if they knew just what they did sound like, it's absolutely awful.
And that's why I always just check with you guys when I'm streaming, just to make sure, because the volume controls do alter from time to time, and I want to make sure that whatever it is I'm putting out is good for you guys, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, years ago, when I was very young, I had a speech problem, and I was probably a little bit worse than what I am now. You might laugh at this, but I used to be an actual
DJ.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And the way I used to get over that, I used to actually speak with the actual tone of the actual tune, with the actual beat.
Wow, whatever works.
Yeah, but if someone ever come along to me and say, "Oh, Clive, would you please announce over your mic that a person's car is being blocked in?" I thought,
Oh dear me.
You know, I used to do it. Never used to have stopped me. Oh dear, no, we are all completely daft. You know.
Right, I'm just going to get some clearance and stuff, if that's okay with you.
Okay, right. Yes, that's okay with me. I will shut up. I will.
It's okay. Just anyone that is here that's just joining, and for you, Clive, I don't know if you've got the stream on or not, but I've pretty much done my FMC planning. We've got fuel, we've
Right.
got passengers, we're all good to go, as far as I'm aware. I've just had a message from London Centre. I'm off to work. I'm sure you're not, babe. I'm sorry. That's all I can say right now is sorry. Just keep your chin up. Yeah, so I've got some sort of pre-departure clearance, and we've got the Compton 2 Yankee from runway 15. I've got my squawk, and my clearance I've got to get from 123.9. I need a pen. That would be useful, because otherwise I'll forget anything I'm told. My clearance I've got to get from 123.9.
Oh.
It's okay. I can hear me in the background, Clive.
Yeah. Hold on with it. Hold on. I'm.
No, you're right. It's okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Right. So let's go 123.9.
Chase 201, the surface wind. Sorry.
Although I'm just
Delta 1,
watching, I take it of all in.
It's okay, mate. No worries.
Golf Kilo Alpha Lima Whiskey, I'll be closing shortly, so service terminates, score 7,000 frequency change approved. Good afternoon. Golf Lima Whiskey, thanks for the service.
London Centre.
Told you 7 Golf X-ray further climb. Told you 7 Golf X-ray further climbs at your discretion. It's going to be on Unicom 228 afternoon.
I will be back in a tick.
Okay, mate. London Centre, Ryanair 21 Papa Charlie, correction. Stand 2 at Birmingham, EGBB, for push and start, please.
Ryanair 2 on Papa Charlie, yeah, your push and start is approved. Birmingham QNH is 1031.
1031, Ryanair 21 Papa Charlie.
And all other stations, unfortunately, London's going to now close. It's going to be Unicom 122, that's right. Good afternoon.
Let's just go over to that. So I got... No, I don't yet. 737. I thought I'd forgotten something. What is everyone up to today? Tavers, I don't know if you're still here, but what's occurring, my friend? 1031, there we go. LNAV, VNAV can be armed. And let's just see. Let's see how we go. Menu, FMC. I make sure we've got all my doors closed. No, we don't. Shut those before we go anywhere. That would be a bit disastrous. Doors. And then page. Close. Come on. There we go. Doors are closed. Fair push and start. Nose left. No. Facing south. Oh, that's a new one. Nose left. That's new. I like that. Let's remove chocks. Ground connections. In fact, let's make sure that we've got these that are on there.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
There, fuel can come on. Logo lights, position lights, anti-coals, wings. I've got to sort these black switches out. That would be nice. Remove wheel chocks. I will do in just 1 second. Bear with me, GSX. Remove. Should be a nice day, I think, today, flying wise. There's the wind is pretty good. London Centre's just closed, so we're going to go over to 122.8 again and stick to the rules. Okay. And then put.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
So we got that there, so 1,000. Parking brakes released.
Push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed.
So I'll put that up to about 1,300 feet. There we go. Let's just roll that up a little bit more. 1300. There we go. Oh, yeah, that'll do. 1300 feet. I've got to wait for pushback to complete before we can do anything. Let's just have a quick look outside. 9. There we go. Cracking livery this, by the way. I'm not sure as Towers would appreciate me saying this, but R&D preset, fantastic livery. Not that Towers isn't. Towers has got some amazing ones. I'm particularly fond of your FedEx 32-bit one. I'm a bit taken by that one, mate.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set.
Hello again, I'm back.
Hi mate, you're right.
Yeah.
So I've just completed pushback, just waiting for the tow truck to be disconnected.
Unlocking gear.
That looks a bit dodgy, the way I've got the camera there and he's bouncing up and down. There it is.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass
Do that you use GSX?
I do level 2, yeah.
Oh, level 2, right. I must admit, when I seen level 2, I didn't go that far. I thought some of the people on level 2, I thought, nah.
I actually really like it. I think they've done quite a good job with it so far. There's a few bits that I think could do with improving, but overall it's not a bad job.
Ride is clear.
It's certainly a lot better and more immersive than it was before. So, alright, let's get some engines going then. So,
Clear to start engines.
thank you. Packs can come off. And start right first. Engine 2. Let's wait for some fuel, some numbers to start rising. N2, 6. And wait for some more numbers. Okay, and fuel can go in. Oh, thirsty work, this. Okay. Starting up nicely. It's a bit chilly today.
Yes, it is. It is. Yeah, it wasn't. Of who is online? Of how many people?
And viewer-wise, I think we've got 4 in at the moment.
I'm trying to have a look. Where do I see that?
On Twitch, yeah, it'll tell you how many. Oh, 5 according to Twitch currently, or 6. So the number's just gone up there. It's just creeped up there. But yeah, anyone that is here, please feel free to say hi. Oh, okay, there we go. I've just had a new follow. Just come through in a second. Let's start engine 2, engine 1. Engine 1. Wait for the numbers to start climbing. Why hasn't it come through? I'm just going to say anyway.
There's someone on the way. Something.
Critic Sims. Sorry, correction. Thank you. I was going to call it criticisms then. Critic Sims, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you. How are you doing today? And what are you up to, more to the point? Oh, man. Not quite sure why Twitch is telling me something I shouldn't. I don't know.
Is it? No, is it?
Let me have a look. Okay, is it... Oh, no, it's fine. No, it's alright. It's just me. Okay, we've got 2 good engines. I think we have 2 good engines. We do. So, let's put the gens back onto the engines. Put the packs back on. Pitos and probes, electrics can come on. We're on the gens, that's fine. So we can switch off isolation valve there for the APU and turn the APU off.
Are you using version 4.4?
I am, sir.
Yeah. How do you much different from 4.3?
Yeah, quite a bit performance-wise, more than anything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. I'm currently trying to find a flight to do. Well, if you can get up and go in about 20 seconds, you can come and join me if you want. I'm doing Birmingham to Ibiza, and we can thank Clive for that one because he was saying that it was one of his favourite destinations. So.
Have you been there at all?
No, I've been to Palma though, so I'm assuming it's very similar.
Yes, well, I've been going there for years, long time.
Well, I say Palma. I flew to Palma. We went to a little place called Silot on the northeast side. It's a little fishing village. Yeah. It's quite lovely, really. I just need to check one thing on Active Sky. LEIB. Okay, so that needs to come down to 0. There we go. Bing bong. So, taxi lights, runway turn-offs, logo, we're all lit up. I think we're good to go. Alright, so, flaps 5. Wait for them to start moving. Off they go. There we go. Flaps coming down. Parking brake released. Let's give it a bit of juice. Off we go. There we go. Rolling. Let's just... I should have started that on pushback, but I started it now anyway. The time on the FO side. So today's runway 15.
Mm-hmm.
So taxiing down the length of the airport. I like that end of the airport, at Sheldon. I'm tempted to go and update. Oh, why? What version are you running, mate? Critic Sims. I'm running 4.4. I would not be surprised if we don't see a 4.5 in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yes. I don't think you're going to get all the people saying, "Oh, how do I go from 4.4 to 4.5?"
I think a lot of a lot of people now, it's more a case of are my add-ons going to work? That's what a lot of people seem to they get the update and then they go, "Oh, it's broken," and it's not broken. It's just that half the add-ons aren't quite compatible with the new update.
Yeah.
Which it's a bit of a nightmare, but you know, you can either bite the bullet and get the update when it comes out, or you can wait maybe 4 weeks, and you know, and then get it when it's all the updates have been completed for the add-ons.
And when that is done, and then they come, right, we've just released 4.5, so you have to start again.
That's it. And I think the next big update will be version 5, which I'm scared to think what they're going to do, but it's that's the nature of the beast, though, isn't it? Really. So one day we'll get a sim where we can just click update and it'll update everything in the sim and the add-ons all in one click. It might take 10 minutes or so, but one day it'll happen, I'm sure. Okay. So he thinks he's on 3.4. If I were you, mate, I would. If your computer's good, you know, if your computer's strong enough to handle 4.4, because you can throw more at 4.4. That is for sure. 4.4 has been a good. It's been a good upgrade, I think. People were skeptical, but it's good.
When I went on to version 4.4, all of a sudden, for one day, I had such a lot of troubles, and it was starting to stop and start and stutter and whatever. And I actually went down the road. I thought it was a fault within version 4.4.
Yeah.
And lots of different people were saying the same thing as well. So it was a kind of situation where you get into trying to work this out and that out and change this and change that, and you get in such a mess. I took it all down to
I do that.
scratch and built it all back up again. And I put in version 4.3 back on.
Okay.
Then as I got version 4.3 working good and stable, I thought, right, here goes. 4.4, and all's been fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
I think there are times, when it is good to actually take it all down and rebuild from scratch.
I think the sim needs it from time to time, yeah.
It's a lot of work, though.
Yeah, it takes me. I'd say if I was to do it non-stop, I think I could do it in 2 days.
Yeah.
But obviously with the family and everything, I'm talking more of a week.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just coming here past the fire station in Birmingham. Yeah, I love the park at the end of here, Sheldon Country Park.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
I love going there with the kids in the summer with the kids. They get the bikes and the footballs and whatever.
Years ago, I used to stand up on the actual. Years ago, there used to be an actual a golf range there.
Oh, was there?
And I used to stand there.
Oh wow!
Up on the mounds.
Yeah, it's a lovely place though, isn't it? It's nice and open and everything. And
in fact, years ago, I took my wife down there and we watched
Concorde.
Concorde come into land, and as it come over town of the city about 6 or 7 miles out, you could see it. You knew it was for the show. And my wife said, "Oh, it only looks small, it's not very big." And the actual golf mounds.
Yeah.
She went and stood on top of one of those, and as it come across, my God, the actual size of it.
I've had the pleasure of being on Concorde. It's quite long.
Yeah.
So I think it's 200 foot long. Or something
like that. It's absolutely, what a shame that it had to. But then again, the way things went, the way they build the planes these days, the cost factor.
I think we're current in cost, isn't it?
It just wouldn't,
Well, no, it's a beautiful aircraft. I went up to Manchester and had one of those tours that you can have. I want to go up again one day and have a technical tour because they taught you through all the systems and the engines.
Yeah.
And, you spend a few hours in there. But no, I'd like to do that one day.
And years ago, when I was very young, I used to go up with my dad. When the airport there, we used to get about four flights a day.
Wow.
Yes, and I used to watch the actual VC-10.
Oh, okay, yeah. The old Vickers Vice. Is it the Viscount? Yeah.
I'll tell you what, when that used to start and roll, God, the sound from that was absolute. You could feel the ground shaking.
And I'm guessing the smoke that came out of it was black, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, and the smell of it. Because these days, the jets are so quiet.
They are, apart from the 777, I would say.
Yeah. But oh no, the VC-10, when that used to actually spool up, you could feel the ground shaking,
Yeah. Okay, so we're just up at runway 15 now. I'm just going to hold short and get a few little things prepped. I think we're good to go. There's nothing on the approach. Let me just check. No, nothing coming that I can see. Nothing coming the other way. No, we're good. So let's light it up. Oh, I didn't want to press that.
Would you be able to show what frames you're getting? Can you put those up on your screen?
Yeah, well, I've got it just. See, I've been a bit sly, really. I've hidden it behind the banner across the top.
Right.
It's. I'm currently getting around 40, give or take.
40. Right. Okay.
It's bouncing between 36 and 44, so
Yeah.
go right down the middle. I can get a little ticker for the a little thing just to put up if that's what people want. Obviously not right now, but I can do. Right, so let's do this. I just want to make.
Sometimes looking at frame rates of all of the time doesn't really do good, because sometimes it is how that your sim does scroll.
Exactly.
But it's just an actual a benchmark, like
Yeah, and what I'm what's good on mine might not be good on yours, and
that's it exactly. I mean, I think this is a problem that people do have. Everyone's of setup is completely different.
It is. Right.
On runway.
Oh, should we go off to Ibiza then, Clive?
Yes, we can do. Yes, we go about twice a year, but this time we're just going once.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's a break, isn't it? Nonetheless, however which way you spin it, it's everyone needs a break. So.
We only go for very short break. I don't like being away from home for a long time.
Right.
I go for short break.
Start the clock. Rolling.
I was going to Ibiza some years ago, and I can't really. Oh wait, hold on. I'll wait till you're up. Shut up, Clive.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay.
What do you use for views? Are you using
chase plane? Yeah.
Yes.
Not looking bad. Weather's certainly a lot better than it was the other day when we flew into Catalina. Oh, that was horrendous.
Have you ever used Track IR?
I have Track IR, yes.
Oh yes, I have it, but once again, I've never used the thing.
Oh, mate.
Is it good? I'm going to give it a try.
It's really good as long as you don't have light affecting it, because it's infrared.
Yeah.
It needs to be in a. Don't put it into direct sunlight, as it were, because it'll screw with it. It'll mess around with it. But it's quite good.
But as I said in my text, I think chase plane has become so good that of Track IR, it's not used as much now as what it used.
All right, flaps up. Wait for them to come in. Let's have a quick look on the wing. There we go. Not much to see, really. It's just all... oh, there's an aeroplane passing over. I can see the contrail. Top left-hand side.
Oh, yes, yes.
Alright, we're going to increase that now. We've got no ATC, so we'll carry on as we are. Stick the autopilot in. We can admire some of the views then, eh? Not that there's many to admire, really. Let's have a look at 12. Let's do that. Let's do that. Execute. There we go. And then gear lever can go off.
Are you using any of AI programs?
No, because we're online, so
I see.
I don't want it to conflict. But I use the FLAI for model matching, which is really good, to be fair.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, there we go, passing over. I don't even sure where we're passing over. That could be Royal Leamington Spa. That's where I'm going to be tomorrow.
Oh, right, okay.
For my appointment. That's why I've got to change the stream over from daytime to evening.
Yes, yeah, I'll say from about now. You are about there, I'd say, yeah.
So I've got the EFB kind of giving me route, telling me where I am roughly, which is quite nice. I like to be able to know, kind of have an idea where I'm at.
Yep. As I mentioned a couple of days ago, one program I use, and I've always tend to use, I get used to it, but just use it as a guide, is the movie map called FS Tramp. Very strange name, you know.
It is, yeah.
Fact,
I've never come across it.
Yes, it's...
Okay. Daventry bound. And then we got a right-hand turn towards Compton. And then left there, and then we head south, more or less.
What I was going to say before was some years ago I was going on this same route of Ibiza, and the pilot of up on board. I cannot think now why he did this, but he actually said, "Oh, by the way, whilst you're sitting there and watching, you know, down the ground and the flight's going on, I'll run something past you, just for I think a free bottle of drink or something. Can you tell me how many miles it is from Rome to Spain from when that we land?" And of course, being this route I do quite a lot, so I know that it. I think it was about 849.
Right.
And well, of course, that is probably spot on. And as they took them all up to be checked out, it said, hold on, someone in seat number whatever it was. God, you've got it spot on. How did you know?
Wow, fair play.
Because when I got off the plane, I went to the chat to him. I said, "How did you get it spot on?" I said, "Well, because I do know the route, so I know exactly where you was going." You know.
I'm not. I forget. I don't know how to pronounce your name over on YouTube. Begins with a B. It looks like bicyclette, or and it's got. I'm not even going to try because I'll probably get it completely wrong. And they've said SA. Does that mean hi? In whichever language you're speaking, but hi, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I'd love to know how to pronounce that. If you want to give me the heads up, that would be amazing. Alright, let's go back to VNav. Right, we're good. We're good there. Okay, inbound Compton.
Something I've got to read up on more.
Yep.
Is when, how, and when do you use the procedure called flight change?
Flight level change.
Yeah.
People use that if they're so if you're in the cruise or something, or if you're climbing to an altitude, you can use it there. It will just keep you as you're climbing, and you sort of click flight level change. It gives you your speed. I think it's down to pilot's discretion, but a lot of them use flight level change to. It's as simple as it sounds, really. It's just to change their altitude, but it gives you control over your speed and your altitude. On the 7.3, you've got a little altitude intervene thing as well, just underneath the display there. So if I was to dial in 370, for instance, and then click Alt Int into V, or intervene, then it would climb me up to that as well. So I think there's a couple of little workarounds depending on which way around. I think it's pilot depending. We'll go back to VNav just for now. But yeah, I mean, there's no harm in reading the different things, is there? And I think that's the thing, it's learning more, isn't it?
That's it. There's such a lot of different the hows, whys, and
agreed.
You've got it's just a good view of the clouds you've got there in the sky.
It's not bad, is it?
It's very.
I like that. That's nice. I'm going to have a look on the other side as well. I always like to see both sides just to see the difference, because you got one side the clouds are like all cotton woolly, I suppose, if you will. On the other side they're a bit more rounded, but I like the shadows and stuff on them. So that's not looking too bad. Let's have a look in the cockpit, see how we're doing. Okay, passing 21,500 feet, and we are currently we're just north. We're just approaching west. East of Bryce Norton. Let's say we're inbound Compton. So.
And what height are you going up to?
350.
335. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So approximately 6 miles, I think that equates to.
Yeah.
Which is, I find that quite insane, really, when you think about it. We're used to driving sort of 6 miles down the road, but then if you were to put that in a straight line and then stick it up on its end.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's quite insane how far up that actually is. I suppose it's nothing compared to the astronauts and things like that. They go insane heights, and fighter jet pilots as well. Some of these high-speed jets, they're up at sort of 40, 50,000 feet, aren't they? Some of them.
Yeah.
But there was a little tweak actually. Just going back to your comment about how good it was looking, which I appreciate. There was a tweak in the config which helped with getting it a bit more crystal clear and sharp. And it was to do with the load radius, if you will, or something to do with that. I can find it again afterwards.
Oh, right, okay.
And the default value is set at 1,000. Well, I increased that from a video I watched and I learnt from 1,000 up to 350,000, I think it was. And it pushes the distance of the load out, so it loads more further away, so you don't get all these black textures when you're getting up close to heavy airports or anything. Oh, there we go. That's some panorama views, some cinematic views as we're going along. Incidentally, the people that have made this aircraft, I've just noticed, I should have said, they've modelled the passenger seats as well. They've done some of the textures on them. Just don't look at the ground textures while we're flying like this, because it doesn't load them very well at all. Okay, so almost at Compton now. Flight time today is approximately 2 hours and 12 minutes. And just for the record, Clive, oh, pardon me in advance. bless me. The distance today is 854 nautical miles.
That's it. So I'll say down that you're going to land on of runway 24.
I can soon have a little look and see what it currently is.
Yeah, that's it. It will be that for 8.
Yeah, it's forecasting 24. Yeah, winds are 210 at 7.
Yeah.
Oh, my nose needs to do one today. Full of a cold.
Yeah. If it was the other one, runway 06, your miles would go up to about 910. 910.
You got to fly around though, haven't you?
Yeah. They do go out quite a way around.
Do they? Let's turn the centre fuel pumps off. We're finished with those now. We've expended all our fuel.
But what you were saying about giving your actual files a tweak,
yeah.
I must admit, the one that you've just said, yes, I will give that a try, but you usually, with using version 4.3 and now 4.4 as a rule, you try and steer people away from changing those because it really sets it all.
I'm a big believer in vanilla. I just don't tweak if I can help it. But this tweak, I was, if you will, using for instance Heathrow. It doesn't matter which design company make it. It's going to be heavy on frames.
Yeah.
And you're going to get loading issues and all the rest of it. And before the tweak, as I say, you used to sort of pan around and you get black boxes where the terminal should be, and then with this tweak, I could pan around and they'd just be there. But that also helped with, when you were just saying how nice the view just looked. That helps with that now, so I can also appreciate the ground a little bit more.
Yeah, I must admit, I'd like you to actually post that tweak through.
Yeah. Good. Let me see if I can dig it out over here. Hang on.
The only tweak I use in my setup, I use a program called Process of
Lasso.
Process,
I have stayed away from that.
Have you?
Mate, I tried it and it messed my computer up like you would not believe. And I'm not the only. I'm not. It's up to you. But I struggle. I used it because I was struggling with how the sim was looking and performing, and I used it and I was just like, I'm not seeing any difference. And then all of a sudden my computer started, like my sim wouldn't load and various things were just going wrong. I was just like, what is going on? Anyway, it turns out that it was Project Lasso.
Oh, right.
It didn't like what I was trying to ask it to do. But so in your P3D config, in the graphics section, if you find so I'm putting, I tell you what, let me take that out. You'll find something that looks similar to. I'm putting it in the text on the chat, on the main chat, by the way. Just so you know, there's there's something called max texture request distance equals 1,000, I think it is. And it depends on your graphic card, and you need to monitor your sim as you're loading. You can increase that by the 1,000, I think it works.
Yes, that's it. I've been there before.
What sort of a graphics card do you use?
It's a GTX 1080.
Oh, okay. So you should be fine with the 320,000 then, probably. Yeah. Is it the 6 GB one?
I think it's 8.
Is it 8? Is it? Yeah, you should be fine. But I mean, try it. I mean, just start it maybe 10,000. See if you see an increase. Yeah. But monitor your graphics card usage as well.
Yeah, I have been there before.
But my current setting for that is that's my number in the config for it. So it's 320,000.
I mean, even your views, even on your views coming through the actual stream is good. You know.
Well, that'll be to do with the encoding. That will. I use the Elgato HD60 Pro.
All right, now.
So that helps with the encoding.
Yeah. You have lost me there now.
Okay, it's a capture card.
All right.
Basically, I plug my monitor into that instead of into the computer, and then it picks it. No, let me rephrase that. Let me start again. My computer. It's plugged into my main computer, and then a cable comes out of that. A HDMI comes out of that into my streaming computer, and it acts as another monitor. And I can tell it which monitor I want to copy from. So basically, that if I was to take off all my my overlays on the stream, you'd see my desktop, like, you know, at the bottom bar where you've got your windows and your icons and everything.
Yeah.
So it would just be like that's what you would see. So it would just be like my Windows desktop. Oh, incidentally, we're just passing the Isle of Wight, just over there on the right hand side. We are making good time. Bognor Regis off to our left. Let's have a quick look. No, there. Bognor Regis, can't see it now. Can we? Bognor Regis down there. Yeah, absolutely, just behind us. It's just leaving the English coast. Bye bye, England. Making good time, so let's just have a quick check on the old how we actually are doing for time. So SAITEK is our next waypoint, and we are forecasting the let me have a look. Elapsed time. Oh, here we go. SAITEK. 25 minutes into the flight, so that's 14:38. 5 minutes. So we're on time. We're on time. So we're doing well. I hope that little tweak helps anyway, Clive.
Hello, yeah, I'm back again. It's okay.
I hope that little tweak helps in some way.
Yes, I'll have another look at that. I'm going to have a look. Hold on, I'm just setting something for my wife. She wants some sound on, but of course it's awkward listening to something as well.
Ah, no worries. Nothing like getting the family involved, is there?
I think that's it there, I think.
What are you listening to, Clive?
I don't know, yeah. Radio
WM.
WM, yes.
Oh, nice. It's nice to hear a local chap. It really is.
Yeah, it is quite. Yeah, I'll tell you what. With this, what we do, yeah, it's amazing of who that you get chatting to and where they are. It does shrink. Shrink.
I've made friends with another guy called Harry, he's from down south originally, but he now lives like 10 minutes down the road. He's another good guy. But like you say, it's amazing who you can make friends with doing this, and You know, we're all doing the same sort of thing for similar reasons as well.
I was chatting to someone. I had some troubles of problems couple of months ago, and chatting to someone online on the actual Facebook site.
Yeah.
And I took someone on back on a private chat.
Yeah.
And just happened to say, "Oh, could I give you a call so we can discuss this?" Yeah, that's okay, fine. Anyway, as we just started about, well, where are you? He said, "I'm down south, like, you know." I said, well, "You know, what do you do and whatever?" He was one of the actual top tech chaps up at the firm called Flight One.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
It's amazing, you know.
It is. It sure is.
Oh, by the way, when I said I was going to have a look and buy those other scenes in in the actual of USA, I did send them a text message to say,
okay, I'm intrigued.
Off, but as yet, I haven't had a thing back.
So, no worries.
You know,
you don't get if you don't ask, do you? Though, so
no. For the amount I was going to use it, I don't know whether it would warrant the cost.
Well,
but
if I'm being honest, if you've got, if you're not going to use it a lot, then if you've got Orbex Global and LC,
yeah,
the LC one's a good one. I like vectors. I use it sparingly though, because it can kill your frames. But I use a very small amount of the vector program. Yeah. Those three together are sufficient most places.
Yep.
That you can get meshes as well to sit underneath it, which is good. That increases obviously the height of everything and one thing and another, and you know, it gets it all a bit more accurate.
Did you say you use the night lighting called black?
Oh, black marble.
Marble, yes.
No, I don't use it. I'd heard some issues about it.
Yes.
And yeah, it looks very good.
Yes, it does.
And I've seen some amazing results. But then I'm thinking, I didn't want to risk my computer equally, because I'm happy with how my sim looks.
Yes, that's it.
And you know, it's one of those, you get to a point and you say, where do I draw the line at what I'm going to do to it?
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
So I said, no, do you know what? I'm happy with where it is.
There's someone on the way.
Oh.
Some.
Cake Watch. Thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you. How are you doing today? What are you up to as well? Are you doing much? Or are you just passing the day by casually? That's another follower there to add to my collection. The herd. Oh, it's nice. You know, since I've started doing this a bit more consistently, and you know, I never took much notice of it before, but I've seen a difference. I see a lot of these streamers who do these YouTubers who do these videos saying consistency is everything, and you know, doing things religiously when you know, and these stream times and everything, and pardon me, and I never took too much notice of it. I thought, oh, surely it can't be that sort of regimental, and you know, it actually is. I've noticed so much of a difference on the channel for participation and interaction just because I've put 4 times on my stream. Well, it's a massive difference.
Some of the main too, well, the guys I know, as you know, as Matt and Matt.
I know, yeah.
I think they do make quite a fair amount from.
That would be fair to say, yeah.
Yes, and I mean that's another route that you could go down. You know.
I won't lie, I'm a proud man. I am, and not being able to pay my way through life grates on me dearly. And I've always said that I want to do what I enjoy, and I enjoy this. And I know I can't go out to work. I've spoken with my family in great detail. And me going to do a full-time job 9 till 5 is not something that's in the realms of the possibility yet. Oh, sorry, just pause that thought a second. The scenery over in Europe, I'm not going to lie, is insane. It gets better as you get into Europe. Just for the record.
Yes, you're just coming over the coast of France now.
I am Deauville. I'm heading for. Sorry, that was a bit of a change subject, but yeah, me being able to work full time under somebody else's regime is not something I can do. I'm not well enough to do that.
I can say.
Sorry.
Well, I can say of what that you're doing now. This could be where your life could go down. You know, you could earn quite a living.
Well, I mean, if that happens, then, you know, fair play and thank you to everyone that helps make that happen. Because, I mean, this is all based on subscription and donationware and, you know, donations and stuff like that. So that it's not something I can sit and say, oh, if I do 10 hours, I'm going to earn this or that. I've got to do this for the right reasons. And if I make a few quid out of it in the process from donations or whatever, then go me. And thank you to everyone that does, you know, participate in that. But, you know, I think it would be fair to say I would love it to get to the point where I could do this full time. Like, I could get up in the morning and I could sit on the computer and stream from 9 till 5 with maybe a couple of hours break in the day for lunch. And then just do that and I'd be quite, you know, I'm happy doing this to me, chatting with good folk like yourself, Clive, is what I enjoy, you know. And I know you're not afraid of talking in front of people, but you've got your hang-ups. We've all got them, but it's nice that people are willing to talk, people are willing to come forward, and people are willing to join in, you know. And that's the key for me. I wanted to create something where people felt safe enough to come to, and safe enough to say, do you know what, I'm going to go and join that Discord channel, and I'm going to go and say hi, and, you know, and if I need a bit of help, then I can get it. And, you know, that's for me, is if I can achieve that from one person, then my job is done. You know, I've helped one person, and that for me is more than enough.
Up on these live streams, how much do people earn? How do they make them when people sub? Do the people get that full amount? Okay,
so what it is with Twitch, if you subscribe through Twitch, pardon me, I think you pay. I think there's a tier level on the stream, so you can either pay. I think it's $4.99, and it's dollars now.
Yeah.
So $4.99, and then I think it's $9.99, and then there's one for $24.99, and that's a monthly thing. You can opt in and opt out of each month. Some people subscribe for 1 month. Some people subscribe for 16, 20 months or whatever at a time, and then so that the streamer will get a cut of that. So I think half goes to Twitch and half goes to the streamer, if that makes sense. So these people that have got, so if I read an article the other day about I don't know if you heard of Ninja, the streamer. He earns $500,000 a month from just streaming. He's probably the world's most famous streamer and gamer, or whatever you want to call him, and he earns that just from streaming. That's not to mention his sponsors and things like that. So, you know, he's got something like over 100,000 paid. He's paying subscribers though, so.
So, and what kind of time have you been doing it?
Well,
what length of time?
On and off. I've been doing this for, I'd say a couple of years streaming, but it's been literally on and off. I've not really sat and thought about it any more than I'm just going to do this for a bit of fun when I can find the time, or, you know, that's all it's been. It's been whenever I've got the time, rather than saying, okay, I'm going to sit down on a Sunday night at 7:30 and I'm going to do it, and then Monday the same. And I've never come up with a schedule until, and I've been thinking about it for the last couple of 3 months. Obviously, with me being so unwell, I've been like, what do I do? And like I said to you earlier on, you know, sometimes we've got to just fight. You've got to fight through it sometimes and not let people down. And I think the more I do it, and the more, I suppose you could call it, success I get out of it, the more I'll want to do it, because it's helping people. Even if it's just to talk and have a, you know, I've had a crappy day, and you know, that's it. Then that's fine. If that's helped that person by them shouting out, "I've had a crappy day," then, you know. But I think you get out of this what you put in, and I think if you put in time and effort, you'll get the rewards in time. It could take 2 years, it could take 3, you know. But I'm only just gonna, as long as I stick to my guns of this is for me, and whatever comes out of that as a result, then that's a bonus, you know. But I think streaming has become more and more popular. People are watching streams more because they can engage with the I don't call it an actor, but they want to engage with the show rather than sitting watching the show at home on the telly. They can actually talk to the person, and they can engage with other people, and they can make new friends. Rather than if you sit at home and watch your television, that's all you're doing, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And I think streaming is fast becoming a more popular medium.
I don't know where. I think I'm okay in saying this, but I think I read. I don't know whether you said it or I read somewhere in how you talked about what you're doing. I think it might have been up on your Twitch site somewhere. Right. With your kids that you've got, you said you'd like to show them what you've got, and you said, but you know, they might think it's a bit too of a geeky, you know.
I think some people think it's geeky, but I mean, if flying a plane on my computer and talking to nice people and helping other people is geeky, then that's fine. I'm a geek. But if helping people is the right thing to do, then I don't think it's geeky at all.
No, but also another side to look at it as well, with young kids as well, the amount of skills they learn in just actually, when I say flying the plane, using the flight sim, the amount of skills you have to learn in looking at maps and, you know, looking where you are, how and why different things work. There are lots of different skills you do have to have.
Yeah, and time management is a big one.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Things that probably they don't kind of learn at school.
No, exactly. And I think kids today have lost the ability to communicate in the right way. I find them lacking in conversational skills, and they don't know how to talk to people in the right way. I see this with my own kids, and I say that because I think I'm okay to say that. The kids would rather sit there on their phones watching videos on YouTube and watching streams, and you know, if that's the way forward, then let's throw some old schoolness at them and talk back to them. You know, let's do it let's not just sit here playing a game, ignoring everyone, and just pretending like you're just there for the money. But they probably are. Let's turn it on its head. Let's not do that. Let's do some like this. I've got the time now to chat with anyone who wants to come into the stream. You know, I know at the start of the stream it's a bit chaotic getting the flight ready and everything, but we managed to talk. You know, but let's engage with those kids. Let's get them kids talking, and let's get them seeing. Do you know what? This is geeky, but let's throw the curveball. If you want to be a pilot, look how much money you can earn. You know, maybe it inspires people to do it. Maybe think, oh, I want to go and do something like that for a living. You know, but really, maybe a young child sees this and go, I want to fly a plane for my job. You know, then that's great, isn't it? I mean, we've got pilot shortages. Well, who knows? You know. Sorry, I'm baffling on now, aren't I?
Hello.
So if there is anyone here that wants to chat, please feel free to do so. You wouldn't be alienating yourself or anything like that, or standing out from the crowd. The chat would be nice. While it's nice and sunny up here, which it clearly is.
Yeah, I must admit, you couldn't have planned these views, you know, with the clouds and whatever.
We get a nice bit of cloud and a nice bit of ground at the same time.
And a nice bit of sky above. It's...
I haven't checked VAT Spy though for a time. I'm just going to check that and just see. See if there's anyone around me online. It's busy in Europe. It's quite busy. Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's one or two aircraft inbound, but that's about it.
You know, I was talking about using the actual that sim.
Yeah.
When what would have helped me as well is when they do ever use their new codec.
Yeah.
When the speech is much better, I think that would be a great aid as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that. I hope it comes sooner rather than later.
Because there are times when you do listen to what they say, and when the when it is so rough and whatever, it does make things very, very hard.
It can put you off as well, can't it, a little bit? You just think, hang on a second, I can't understand what you're saying, but you're expecting me to understand. You know, and you can't always.
Yeah. Your other chap speaking last night had said, of course, if you can always use text.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is correct, yes, I do know that, but it's still not quite the actual same.
No, and I also find that text is okay if you're in your cruise and you've not got to fly your aeroplane. Yeah. But if you're trying to approach or depart from an airport and they're giving you instructions, trying to fly and text at the same time, it's a nightmare.
I mean, I haven't flown on that sim live and speech for years. I can remember when I used to do it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I could, I don't use a yoke as such now, but I can remember the time when I was holding my yoke, flying my plane.
Yeah.
Talking live, my hands were actually starting to sweat.
Oh wow.
You know, and it's such a fool thing because you know you're talking to an actual person. You know, it's
Agreed. Oh, I'm just going to change this stream tomorrow. I need to change the time to evening. I think I'll put it at 8 o'clock, and then that'll give me time because the little one has beavers on a Wednesday as well. Save.
And of what age are your kids?
10, 7 and 15 months.
10, right. Who is a 10?
It's Mackenzie. He's just in year 6 at the minute. He's one of these. He's he's a good lad, and his heart's usually in the right place. But he gets easily distracted by technology and other people. You know, he's easily led. And my middle child then, Finley, and we think he's got my Asperger's and stuff as well.
Oh.
Well, it's not the end. I'd rather spot it earlier on, and he can learn to grow up with it then, rather than me had to learn a whole new way of being once he was an adult, you know.
And does he come and watch you fly?
Oh, they sometimes popping in and out. Yeah, often you'll just see them popping in. And this used to be Finn's bedroom, as you can probably tell with the wallpaper behind me.
Yeah.
But this is going to become Rosie's bedroom once she's in the room on her own, when she's having her own room and stuff. Which I'm looking forward to, having a bit of quiet time at bedtime. But it's good. Obviously, Rose is too young yet to know whether she's got any issues.
And as I see you live there on stream, I'm watching what is in the background, those creatures, and I am sure I have seen them move. You know.
Yeah, I've got I think it's a Velociraptor just behind me, and a couple of T-Rexes.
Yeah. They're amazing.
You know, it was really expensive wallpaper, and it was done in. It's done in. It wasn't long sheets; they're little panels.
Oh right.
So we had to. A brother-in-law come and did it for us, and it was really. It took him ages to do, but he enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be sad to cover it over with pink.
Yeah. Oh yes.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, you like you like how the stream sort of is laid out then, and how approachable everything is then, Clive? I mean, does it sort of tick your boxes, as it were, for?
You mean the actual the shading?
Like how I present the stream, I suppose. How I've sort of put it together. I mean, does it tick your boxes?
Yeah, it's just normal. Nothing glossed up or not. It's just normal.
No, I don't like to do glossiness.
The way you have come over, I expect there are different streamers there. I must admit, there's one thing I do not like, and does put me off, although he's a great chap. But when I listen to Matt, the amount he does swear,
okay,
that does put me off complete. You know.
I know. I do. I won't sit here and say I don't swear. I mean, I let the odd word out.
Yep.
I think that's just human nature.
But I think these days, I think it's once again the time, the way life changes. Sometimes it's a natural, it's a common way how people talk.
It is. Days. Slang has become more natural than English, I think.
And I think what a shame that people have to, relate to that kind of thing.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I have let the odd expletive out, or if I'm having a laugh or a joke, sometimes they can just roll off the tongue, but not. I won't sit here and just F and blind for the sake of it.
I mean, when the people post notes on the actual groups up on the actual Facebook site, when they type a message out and they use swear words, I think, are they,
there's no need for it. Yeah.
But you see, some people, they probably don't know better.
I don't think they know they're doing it sometimes.
It's what a shame, you know.
It's a shame that it's become that way. It's become so easy to swear and get away with it mostly. I mean, for all my childhood, I knew I would never. I was not allowed to swear in front of my mom. And then last night she said, you know, she pretty much just said, oh, you know, kind of it's okay to swear in front of her. I was like, but I still have that respect to try not to do it. I have what I call soft swear words, which I'm more okay using in front of my mom. And then there's the more sort of aggressive and profound words that I just think, I don't want to say that in front of mom. You know, and I'm the same with my gran, really. I'm fortunate she's still around, so, you know, I'm very respectful to my elders, that's for sure.
Do those kind of words come out more when that you are, shall I say, ill?
They can do. Yeah, sometimes a lot of the time I don't know how. People say I'm articulate, which is fine. But when I'm in the middle of a meltdown or something like that, anything and everything rolls off my tongue. Not through choice, just because that's what it is. Like, my brain just works in that way. I switch off the articulateness, or whatever you want to, however it's supposed to be said, and the more barbaric verbal side of me comes out, and I do say some pretty hurtful things and nasty things, but I will always apologise afterwards. You know, and I know it's like, to me, sorry means I won't do it again. But I can't, and I try and drill that into the kids. Sorry means I won't do it again. But
yeah.
if I say sorry, it has to mean something different, because I know that at some point I'm going to say something in a meltdown or in the heat of a moment when my brain's not quite on the ball, and I'm going to regret it. You know, so sorry has to mean something slightly different to me.
It's almost like there is a second person.
It's borderline personality disorder. They've already thrown that at me once, yeah. You know, and I can't control when it comes out, but what I can do is teach those around me that if you don't want to see the green-eyed monster, then there's certain things you can do to help reduce that happening. You know, you can learn to not change plans. You can learn to speak to me in the right way, or, you know, you can learn various little things that would ordinarily, to a normal person, they'd just shrug it off and go, yeah, whatever. But to me, it's a big deal. And a lot of it is respect and loyalty and decency. They're the big things that, if they're not around, then it can make things unpleasant, you know.
You did say that it was of something that you was actually born with.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about it, but is that right? Is it something that you're born with, or is it of something that has happened?
No. No, autism is something you're born with. It's genetic. It's part. I would happily say it's part genetics, part environmental. Right. But it's got to be. We're all autistic, believe it or not. But it just depends where on the spectrum you are. Like, there'll be some people that don't show any signs of it, because we all have signs of OCD at times. We all like things certain ways. You know, and we all like certain things to happen in certain ways, if you will. But I'm just further along that spectrum than, say, yourself or Kareen. You know, whereas things wouldn't get to you, they get to me. And you know, Kareen has some OCD kicking on. Well, there's another trait of it in itself. You know, liking things done in a certain way. I'm not going to sit here and preach autism is the future, like, but there's a lot more people becoming, getting diagnoses of autism and Asperger's. They tend to call it ASD now, autistic spectrum disorder. It's easier to say that than just say, oh, you've got autism or you've got Asperger's. But you are born with it ultimately.
Now, as I said regarding my speech, I did find out that a person that's got a speech of difficulties, speech impediment, they are not born with that. It is of something that's somewhere along your path of life, something crops up.
Like a trigger.
Yeah, it's like a trigger, you know.
Wow.
But of course, you will find that many people, a lot of tough people, do stutter as well. I mean, I don't stutter. I mean, there are some people that have gotten it really bad. And when I was very young, I couldn't speak at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, but. Oh, no, we've all got our.
we're all unique, aren't we?
You know.
Incidentally, just back to the sim just for a moment. We're on time, bang on time, which is quite nice to see for a change. Normally it's a minute or two either which way, but we seem to be spot on the time. So we're currently 53 minutes into the flight, and as I say, we're forecasting 2 hours and 12, I think. Yeah.
A couple of days ago, when you was trying to land in all that cloud.
Yes.
Which was quite funny.
Thanks,
I mean,
mate.
really, in the actual of the real world, it just wouldn't be allowed, of course.
No.
But I'll tell you what you should do, if you can link up with Matt of Chewy, and sometimes while he's in a long haul, he will look at different clips. I suppose you didn't film it, but lots of different clips of things that had gone wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Funny things that had happened. And that clip was really, you know.
I think I'm laughing.
Yeah,
it was. I was ready to swear then.
Yeah, you was trying to land, and yet, you know, in the actual real life, it just wouldn't be, you know.
I think that was in the real world. We would have had a weather forecast. We'd have checked first, and we would have checked all the NOTAMs and everything, and we'd have done a bit more preparation. But obviously, with it being the sim, we can switch the weather off when it's suitable.
Well, while you was flying on that route, I did look at a couple of the charts.
Yeah.
And where you did land, I did just pick up on a note that you're not allowed to actually land there up at night when that is dark.
Oh, okay, because of the type of airfield it is.
Yeah, that's it. You know.
Yeah, it was one of my more extreme flights. I would think that would be fair to say. I mean, I always thought that Innsbruck was bad enough. But I can fly, you know, I can fly the jet into Innsbruck with marginal difficulty, but still achieve what I was set out to. And that was just, there was no way I was going to land that aeroplane with keeping everything on like it was.
I suppose it's like just when the pilots do it for actual real. I suppose different places where they land, it's what they actually what they are of use to.
Exactly, and they can time their legs and everything. They'll know exactly where they should be and everything. And
I mean, pilots are doing day. I bet they don't need the charts because they know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Oh, well, it's a nice clear day though, mate, for this one.
It is, yes. You know, it's.
I'm quite pleased actually. We've got a bit of haze, but that's not too bad. I mean, the weather forecast is okay, I think, from what I last checked. Yeah, it's 15 degrees in Ibiza, partly cloudy, winds 210 at 7.
I must admit, when we going down to Ibiza lots and lots of times.
Yeah.
We always tend to have a very smooth flight, no trouble at all.
I'll try not to let the side down.
There was one 3 or 4 years ago, was going into Ibiza, and as we approached and coming into land, so we had to go round because they was having quite a storm.
Wow.
And it was quite a, and when we got down up on the ground, from what we heard from the people where we stayed, they did have a real right storm, and you know, but it was quite. We wasn't. I mean,
Right.
You know, the pilot of the plane said, "Look, I don't do risk.
No.
I stay safe." You know.
You want to hear that though, don't you? That's what you want to hear.
Yeah. You know, we could see all the storm down below and the flashes of lightning, but he just kept on going round and round and trying again. And in fact, what he did do the once, we was going on, we was coming into the same to land where you going on runway 24, and he tried it about 2 or 3 times. He said, no way. He says, "All right, I'm going to go round." He said, "I'm going to go the long way round, try it, and we're coming the actual on actual runway 6."
Okay.
Yes. So okay, as he followed his way round and, you know, was guided round there, you know,
Yeah.
the way they do it. As he got round and tried his approach, the storm had actually changed round as well.
Nice.
So it had to go round all again. We went round about 7 or 8 times by the
Wow,
end.
that's quite a lot of times to be going around though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, Ibiza, and by, you know, going to Ibiza, and because it was dark as well, like,
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't worried, but I had my wife, and also I used to take of my actual mum there. She mum used
Oh, okay.
love it. She was 89. Oh, she used to love to fly and go on the short breaks to Spain, you know, this part where we go to.
Yeah.
And down in the storm, I was worried about my mum, you know.
Wow.
But there was her. She hadn't got a care up in the world.
Nice.
She loved it. She loved it.
Best way to be, mate.
Yeah, you know. Oh no, she loved it. You know. Yeah.
Right. I can't check with Flight Radar 24 about arrivals, but it seems to be. I'm sticking with 24 for now. We've got a nice little S-shaped arrival.
Let's have a look. Radar 24. Let's have a look.
If people don't mind, just for a second, I'm just going to pop off to the little boys' room because my bladder is about to go pop. So just give me just 2 seconds.
What time's the shopping?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How is Radio WM going?
Oh, well, it is going. Well, I've just looked on Flight Radar 2024, and do you know, as far as I can see, I've just done, there is no flights going in at all.
No? Wow.
No, there's nothing at all.
Oh, that helps us not.
Well, but then again,
it's fine. It'll be fine.
so, wait, hold on, let's have a look on, let's have a look.
We'll be reet. Oh, I can see the mountains are starting to creep in ever so slowly now. We're starting to get to that point of the flight where it starts to get a bit mountainous and hilly, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to seeing the mountains today.
Yes, I should imagine that might be.
It's just getting a little. You can just see the hills starting to.
Conditions.
Just getting starting to get a little bit hilly now. Nothing major, but.
Yeah, I've just had a look on. It is a runway in use at the moment. Is runway 24.
Happy days. Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah. So, but no, there isn't no flights at, where, let's have a look, in and out. Hold on, I'll change that. In and out. In and out. I'll actually remember to turn off my mic.
Okay.
But it does help if I switch it back on.
Always useful.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've got one flight. One flight. It is just left of Ibiza.
How was it?
Of Seville.
Oh, okay, nice. Nice. That's a nice city as well, Seville.
Yeah, it's of Ibiza. This time of year, the airport there must be run just by about three or four people, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And yet, come the summertime, it is absolutely crazy. You know.
Yeah, they do a lot of evening flights as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, of the island of dreams.
The White Isle, isn't it? Or is that Mallorca?
No, that is Mallorca, yeah. But no, years ago I used to go there and used to love going to the clubs.
You were a bit of a clubber, were you?
Yeah, but you've got to go there to have fun. But you know, the part we go to now, we go later on in the year, and we go to where they, well, it's quite a posh end, you know, it's quite, you know, it's where all the yachts are moored.
Oh, awfully.
Yes, and, well, put it like this, for about 3 days, it's over £1,000 just for our board.
Ouch. Ouch.
You know.
You got to make sure you enjoy that break then.
But where it is, you just cannot. And as you walk around, it's just so quiet. The only noise you hear is the noise of the sea
and the crickets.
As it laps up against the actual side of the yacht.
Oh, that sounds good, mate.
It's absolutely. You walk down the drive of the hotel, and there is the sea.
That sounds like perfection.
It is, you know.
You don't always need to go long haul, do you, to get beautiful places? I've never been long haul myself.
No, I've never. No.
I'm quite. I like Greece. I like Spain. You know, you get some nice places there. Oh, I could draw me curtain again. I had to draw it because we actually had some sunshine.
Oh right, did you? Oh right.
It was
Okay.
for a glimmer, for a few moments,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's going to snow again.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let's have some wing views. I need to see how the terrain's looking. Oh, it's still hilly. Oh, there's mountains starting to, or not mountains, rather big hills in the distance there. This side's a bit flat, but
You know what I've just done?
go on.
I looked on flight radar of 24, and that one plane I said has just left Spain over Ibiza. I've just been watching the plane on my screen there, and I thought, why isn't he all flying the crap? He's going over the wrong.
Oh
the wrong
no!
way. No, it isn't you at all.
No worries.
Well, why is he there?
Wow, someone's on the ball today.
Oh dear.
Oh dear me. Another good airport in the sim actually is Malaga. It's a good scenery to visit. Where's he now? Oh, he's further ahead than me. Oh wow! Oh, he's in a 777 in Ibiza. Cathay Pacific, I think. That works. Oh, he's doing a cargo haul. Leipzig to Ibiza.
What are you using a program there called that?
That's by
That's right.
yeah. It's not a bad program. It used to crash quite a lot and crash the sim out as well at times. But it seems to be okay now.
Where are you now?
We are right here. One second. I'm going to see if this works. Hang on. No, I haven't got it set up on this one. I need to do that though. We are currently inbound a place called Galac. I'm hoping that's how it's pronounced. Which is... what's the best way to put this? So we've got... well, we're heading... It's due north of Barcelona, more or less, I'm sure. Yeah, we're going to be passing literally over the city of Barcelona.
Yeah, and once you pass over there, you will start and lose height.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's about there. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good sort of. I usually use that as my marker for Palma.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yes.
I think we're just Toulouse way. Just north of Toulouse currently. Toulouse-Blagnac. So mountains are inbound. Although it doesn't look like it currently, but they're on the horizon. I think quite literally, actually. Yeah, the mountains are on the horizon.
Does it look? I expect they are still there. They don't tend to move much. You know?
No, I think they're still hanging around, you know.
Yeah.
Right. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to pay some bills.
Ah, right.
No, I'm multi. See, women say that men can't multitask, and this is what my phone's useful for. Sorry, I like to multitask. 2. No. He says that and then he gets it wrong. Did I hear you say you've got shopping inbound as well?
Yes, I have. But I haven't said that. That's another skill you've got? You can
read minds.
Read.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you just mentioned. I think you might have been going off the mic, and I don't think you quite caught it. And I'm sure.
Oh right, yes. What time?
I think you're speaking to your good lady.
Yes, shopping. Yes.
Are they booked a slot with you? Have they? Or?
Yes. I think it's between. What time did you say, Ange? It's due. What time is it due? Between 3 and 4.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so you got a couple of hours yet.
I haven't even got dressed yet this morning. I've done a few jobs.
Well, there's something. There's a bit of it too much information for us, Clive.
Yes. I haven't. And I did a few jobs because my wife hasn't been well on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then I thought, I knew you was going to stream. So.
Well, maybe if you're around tomorrow evening, you might have thought about getting dressed.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Has this got a different flight plan than I'm using? Okay, there's the mountains just off to my right. I can see them starting to appear. Oh, look at that. That is nice. I like the haze. That's beautiful.
Yeah, in fact, we might get some very good shots with this haze about. We might,
That would involve me being on the ball for that, though, Clive. But yeah, feel free to hit the screenshot. I wonder if we got on the outside.
One way to shout around really, we just at 35,000 feet, we're still quite high above them,
Yeah, definitely.
Usually when I'm flying, I do the drop down in height just to have a look at,
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, just because I've never done it, I think one day I should fly Kilimanjaro around there somewhere, or Kathmandu. There's the mountains for you, Clive.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever flown with that or them at all? Right.
Yeah, I've been with them a couple of times. Yeah, the last time was I flew into Dublin, and it was a landing that you could only have ever witnessed on RHINO, I think.
Oh right, okay.
It was. I became one with the back seat of the chair in front.
Oh.
It was a lovely flight. The staff were lovely, and and all the rest of it. But I was planted firmly. Like, I didn't actually do it, but I was close to face planting the chair in front of me.
Oh right.
They slammed the brakes, so we landed that fast, and they had to put the brakes on that hard. I'm surprised that the brakes weren't melting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only a short hop, Birmingham over to Dublin, so
yeah.
It was good.
For the past couple of years, we used a firm called
Jet 2.
Jet 2.
Yeah, I've got a friend who's just started working from Birmingham.
They are really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about them, to be fair.
My wife does have to have help because of her legs and different things.
Yeah.
And they are just we only use them for flights. But they are, really good. They are very, very, very good.
There's nothing on the left there. Okay. In fact, I think we might be just... I think we're going to be just north of Barcelona. I tell a lie. I've got a... on the routing here. Let me just clear that 1 second. Create. And
I'm the program you're using to map in where you are, which is is it the one of EFB?
Yeah. Yeah, it's EFB version 2.
I'll tell you what. I would say I always refer to it. I mean, the program of EFB is very, very, very good. But this one map I keep on going down to. You'll have to have a look at it.
I will. I'll take a look.
Of FS Tramp. It is, you know.
They say it's not something I've ever come across before.
But I did read on how they come across. I can't recall now how they come across such such a strange name.
It is quite odd, isn't it?
And I think I'm just trying to recall in my mind now. FS Tramp. Somehow it's got something to do with because like a tramp is a person that goes from point A to point B. Or whatever.
I see. Traveller.
It was something. Yeah, a traveller is an FS Tramp, and that's where it's somehow the name must have stuck.
En route to NEIB. En route to Ibiza. Photos.
Because without a moving map display, the only thing you've got to unless you are very good at reading maps and pinpointing where you are of all of the time, it is quite a task to find out exactly where you are like.
Yeah.
But of course, this is where the skill of being able to read maps and also flight maps.
I was going to say it's
where it does come in use, you know.
Yeah.
Just one thing that's coming to mind. When I was coming back from Spain last time, as you know, you're not supposed to use your phone of up on board of a mobile phone.
Some airlines allow you to now, don't they?
Yeah, well, I did try to use my my landline once, but the cord was quite short, so I couldn't use it.
Wow.
Yeah, but
you went
a mobile phone, I was having to use it to take snaps, photos with, and I was watching the flight go by, and I thought, oh, dear, I'll switch it on and see, you know, just what's going, like, you know. And of course, at that height, 37,000, you can't use your phones that height because the masts don't, you know, go up that high, you know.
No.
Yeah. So, but one thing I was amazed at, it did link into the actual GPS.
That's because it's satellites, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And so I was able to, you know, when you look out of the plane, you think, oh, look at that down there. You know, what's that? You know, what's that little or of the river?
Yeah.
You know, way up high. I was able to look down on my phone, and there it was. I could tell exactly where that we were. You know.
Job done.
The only it's quite funny though. It was you was having to look out of the plane, the window, look down, and then look at your phone and think, well, now where that is there. That looks like that.
Wow.
you know. Oh, here we come, like, you know.
Can I add a picture to that? Yeah. I'll just put a few screenshots on my Facebook.
The seats I like in the plane, but my wife likes to sit towards the front of the plane.
Harry, good evening. Good afternoon, even rather, mate. How are you getting on? Sorry, your wife likes to sit towards the front.
Yeah, but I'd like to put the seats towards the back where you can see the actual flaps.
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I like to be. I prefer to be right at the back if I can, because I'm close to the loo as well if I need it then.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, you've got more chance of being served with hot food or drink if you have anything on there. Because they start at the back, don't they? Right at the front. Well, saying that, being right at the front, though, you can often get some nice little pictures of the cockpit or something if you're really fortunate.
Yeah. I mean, years ago when I started going and flying and going to Spain, I mean, it was the same of air. Well, so it was a 737 of two 737.
Yeah.
Of 200. But of course, the mode of flying has changed such a lot over the years.
It has.
I mean, years ago, I can remember when the aircraft started to roll, you could feel the force.
The force is strong within this one.
You know, but these days it's just so. It's like being on a bus.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Gone cold all of a sudden. Oh. These views are quite something, I will say. I'm liking them a lot. We're sort of side skirting the mountains today. We're going a bit further east than I thought we were going to. I'm good, mate. Just busy cleaning. Oh, housework. Is it housework today, or is it housework cleaning, rather, I should say? Oh, I've got loads I should be doing, and I will do once I finish. I've got to go to the rubbish tip after I finish this. My car is full of old bed. Maybe this will be the return flight tomorrow. Maybe we'll do the return flight back to Birmingham.
It's a wonder that we can't see a little bit of snow.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite high enough. I think because we're quite a lot way in, really. Let me see if I can. So measure from here to here. We are some 41 nautical miles from the original point I thought we were going to be at. So I mean, 40 miles further west would have been sort of quite a way back. There might have been higher mountains, but we are quite close to the Spanish coast here, so in fact we are on the Spanish coast.
Yes. And then towards your left you will be able to see the island of Palma.
It's actually in front of us currently. We're currently pointing at Menorca at the moment. We're gonna turn right in a little while over BGR, wherever BGR is. Bagor. It's a VOR, I don't know. But anyway, that's where we're turning right over, and then it'll be down more or less southerly routing, then just over to the tip of. Like you say, Mallorca, and then it'll be a slight right-hand turn until we get inbound Ibiza, and then we create that nice little S-turn on its on arrival. Just it's quite nice. It gives us more chance to slow down as well.
You appear to be much more over to the actual left than what I thought.
Yeah, I'm me. I think it all depends on the wind, you know, and various other components to do with cost and one thing or another. So Harry's just saying, yes, the office is in a state with model building going on and the PC in the same room. Oh, wow. Just don't cut through any cables, mate, please.
The problem I had with my mic last night, as I said, it was something that I thought, I haven't used my mic for a long time, but I thought, there's something silly going on there. It shouldn't be this hard, you know. I sorting through my junk, my cupboard. I got out an actual old head set.
Yeah.
And that one worked fine. I'll tell you what.
There you go.
Yeah, some of the old stuff, you bring something off new and singing and dancing and whatever. And
exactly.
Half as good, you know. Yeah,
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
But I just don't know what is going on.
Nice little tailwind at the minute, so we might even be there a little bit quicker. We've got a 49 knot tailwind at the minute.
And the time you said it was taking 2 hours 12
2 hours
minutes,
12, yeah.
which is about right. You know, it's amazing how fast they can get down, you know.
Oh, this thing can drop like a rock if I make it.
Yeah. No, I mean within real
terms.
Real life, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good little airplane, this.
I suppose in real life they can make it drop as well, but they wouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it silliness, unless it was life or death, I should think. And then, even then, they'd have certain limitations to adhere to.
Yeah. What's that plaque you've got in front of you? Short.
Short field performance.
Yeah. What's that then?
So it can obviously land and take off short field. You know, it won't be for this, but for example, like I would imagine that London City is a short field.
Yeah. Because
of the steep approach and everything, and it's a very short runway, so it's got the capability of having a short field performance. That's my interpretation of that, anyway.
Right. An odd question. Where did you get that from? How did you get that? I haven't got that on mine.
Oh, it's from it's a livery that was made.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Do you fly the 7.3? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
1 second. Let me see if I get the link for you.
I don't really, you know. I just happened to see it.
Yeah. If you go to this link, I'll put it in chat for you. There's anything and everything there that you could possibly want. It's a really good site. Trying not to cut the cables, but anyway, I think I'm airbrushing the PC case with a bit of... Oh, nice. What are you going to put on it, mate? Ever the artist, though.
Afternoon, mate.
Another voice, then. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Harry.
All right, mate.
You're all right, just lingering in the background there.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Harry, Clive, Harry.
Hello.
Right, Clive.
Oh, you was a chap that tried to help me.
No, that was Kevin.
Oh, that was Kevin, all right.
Sorry, mate. How you getting on, mate?
Yeah, good. Just tidying up.
Oh, good.
And thinking about flying back from San Diego later.
Oh, yeah. What are you flying?
7-4.
Ooh, British Airways.
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's a long flight. That's like San Francisco kind of flight time, isn't it?
Yeah, I done it yesterday from Heathrow. It took me 11 hours, 5 minutes.
We're flying into Spain. He's flying into... Oh, hold on.
11 hours, man. That's a long time to fly. What time are you setting off?
About about 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Fortnight.
You going all night again, are you?
Yeah.
Wow, you're gonna be dead, mate. Like, I don't mean that that wasn't an attack if anyone starts having a go. That was just me talking. I mean dead as in unconscious. Just iron that one out quickly before anyone says anything. No, I've had Clive keeping me company today. We're just having a good old chat about mental health and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And how shocking it all is.
Well, talk about being being able to actually shocking. I heard talk that there was talk that they are planning to bring that kind of thing back.
Electroshock therapy?
Yeah.
Wow. I think, surely the days have gone where you electrocute people just to try and make them better are gone. Surely?
Well, yeah, I thought of that.
Oh, if anyone tries to electrocute me for medicinal reasons, I'm going to punch them. Like, in the nicest possible way. Just no. What do you reckon? How are you up for a bit of electrotherapy, mate?
I did try it myself the once. I put my hand up into a mains socket, but it didn't do much.
and you were wondering where that speech impediment come from? Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
I've been electrocuted trying to wire up plugs.
Well, if you will go buy computers with knives.
I recall when I was very young, a long time ago, I was at school of a sister of mine. I was about 12 years old. I can remember I was changing a bulb, and I had my hand up in the light socket, changing this bulb. I was messing about doing something, as you do at 12 years old.
As you do.
And my sister walks in, and without knowing, turned on the actual light.
Needless to say, there wasn't much electricity after that, yeah?
You know. Oh no, it didn't go off because in those days the fuses.
Wow.
They used to just never used to cut out, you know.
Wow. You been electrocuted recently, Harry?
Last time I got electrocuted was like 5 years ago.
Wow. And you're still recovering, yeah?
Yeah. No, I was putting an extension lead into the cupboard for the tumble dryer.
Oh yeah.
So I took the plug off the end, drilled a hole through the wall, put it through, plugged the extension lead plug into the socket, switched it off. Right?
Right.
So there's me on the other side stripping wires, connect the plug, touch the cables with a screwdriver, bang.
Was that? Did you get your whole hand, or was it just like your finger or something?
Got my whole hand.
Oh, did you burn?
No.
That was fortunate.
But anyway, right, found out that the plug socket, the black and red wire inside it was reversed around the other way.
Oh.
So even if you switch the switch off it, and you switch on the plug off, you're still going to get power.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to cheat it up here. This is. I don't like the way this is.
So basically, I ended up having to do, I think 4 sockets in the house were like that.
Wow.
Have you started to lose height yet?
I'm just got the top of descent's just 50 miles out now.
Oh, right.
It's just because we're that little bit further north than we originally thought we were going to be.
Yes. Oh, I can see it now. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to start putting the last. I need to put the last bits in the FMC and stuff for arrival, and we'll be good to go. 1032. 1032. There. Minimums. What have we got for? Let's have a look. Cat 1, 220. Oh wow, what are you listening to, Clive?
I don't know on that. It's on of my of my wife's phone.
Ah.
And I'll when I'm not talking, I'll.
No, it's all right, mate. It's all right. I can just hear it knocking around in the background. 220. 220 on the barrow. There we go. And then we'll do that. Put that into there. We'll just check now. 64.9. On there. Where's that? Come on, mousey, where have you gone? There it is.
I cannot read on your screen. What is that point of after the top of descent?
Oh, that's quarter.
Ah, that's it. I thought it was. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Yep. Quarter. Yeah, that's it.
In an ideal world, we should have gone over Barcelona, but for some reason, it took us straight. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just.
Yeah, and Corda there, it's got this turn. Oh, it's a bit up there.
We're going to turn left at Corda,
yeah.
And then we're going to hit the Isle of Mallorca, just the tip of it, and then it's a right-hand turn, just to sort of establish on the approach path. Then we've got that little S bend, as I say, as we go into Ibiza, but nothing too insane, I don't suppose. Right, so we are, I think we're good to go. I just need to put some, actually, 109.5 can go down here.
Do you have the actual scene pack for
I do, sir.
EVGA? Yes.
I do. I only like to fly into places I've got them.
Yeah.
Back in the Moho says, no worries, pal. And the Gaming Leprechaun. Hi, please tell me you're from Ireland. How you doing, mate? Welcome here. I don't recognise you, but if I've spoke with you in the past, I am sorry. But if not, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. I'll sleep it in auto, actually. Yeah, we've got it's Aerosoft Pro Ibiza. Okay.
Yeah, I have got that one as well. Yes.
So, heading. Let's bring this around now. We need to get all this nice and synced up. 224 there. So on approach we have. Oh, I subbed, and now I'm going to probably start watching because I'm in Flight Sim and this channel. Good on you, sir. Good on you. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to check out my other links as well. I don't know if you go onto Twitch or Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. All those links are there, and I've got most of my links on my Twitch channel. They're usually easier to get your head around, if that's possible. I don't know. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to chat. Please feel free to share and like and get stuck in. We don't bite here too much. The other voice you can hear currently is Clive. He's knocking about. He's one of my local friends who I've got to know through this channel, and we're all here doing the same sort of thing. So thank you for being here, the Gaming Leprechaun. So above 5,000 is my first point there. I've got to be at above 3 there. So I'm going to put 3. I'm literally going to dial in 3,000 feet for the descent, because then it will just do its own thing all the way down, and I can take over if I have to. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. So we can go into descent page, forecast, 6,000 can go into there. We can pop that into there. Okay. And then let's have a quick look at the approach plate. Ground in fact. Runway 24, so we're exit right. So auto brake level 2 will be more than adequate. And then let's bring my throttles back, because I know it's going to spool back anyway. And then once on the ground, we'll have a stand. What do you normally have? Should we have a stand or should we have a remote stand, Clive? Oh, he's gone.
Yes, have turned on the mic, and I find it helps.
It always does, mate.
Yeah.
Do you want a remote stand or do you want a stand with a gate?
Yeah, a stand, yes. Stand.
One with a bus?
52, I think it is.
No, we've got anything from 11 up to 35. So if you want one with a bus, we can go remote, or you want one with a gate where you can walk off on the air bridge, we can do that as well.
No, go on with the gate.
You want one with a gate? Okay, we'll go right in the middle then. We'll go 28, shall we?
Yes, right, that's it, yeah.
Go right in the middle of the terminal. Taxi in to stand 28. Sync. Okay, and that'll pop up once we're landed. So 28 on the ground. We're descending now, Clive.
Yep.
Oh, there's there's Barcelona over there and stuff. That's actually probably Tarragona. Or Tarragona? Tarragona? Oh, there's a left-hand turn. That's us at Corda. Next stop, Palma del Mallorca. Dang, I just saw your specs. Wow, I'm looking to make the same sort of PC soon, but without the GTX 1080 Ti. I would be looking to probably get a 1080 or the 1070 Ti. Do you think one of those would still be good for X-Plane at high-ish quality? Probably going... well, I think you need to look for one with the most memory on board, the most graphical memory. So whichever one of those it is. I probably... part of me says that the 1070 Ti might have it on the 1080. I'm not sure. I'd need to look into that. But thank you for your nice, kind words on my system. It's very kind of you. There's Mallorca in front of us, Clive.
Yep.
So we should, once we get a bit closer, we'll see the airport. It'll be off on our left. That'll be Mallorca Airport, isn't it? Palma. Both have 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Then I'd probably go for the TI. Oh, I don't know. I'd need to put them next to each other to compare them.
Yeah. I don't think you will see that, will you? You are quite some way off. Although you can see the actual coast, I don't think you will see the air, the actual.
We're going to get relative. It's in the alcove in that sort of bay, isn't it? Just in front of us. So you move the camera. You see that bay that's in front over us over there? Yeah. It's just it's there.
Yeah. I must admit, in fact, I haven't really. Yeah, you probably. Yes, you are probably right. Yeah, you. Yeah. Although usually you are kind of by like sometimes the routing by chance you would have come you're going right up on top. You'll start to turn right soon, but you are quite close to it, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it would have gone right before now, like, you know.
In fact, I think I can make out the airport from here. Just about, yeah, I can. It's just, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor moving on the screen. You can. That's the airport just there.
Yes. that routing is going quite close to it.
Yeah.
I thought it would have gone, to the right much sooner than that.
Sim brief for you.
Right. Yeah.
Well, if both have got 8 gigs of RAM, you've just got to compare out which is going to be faster for you, which is going to give you the most gain. It depends what you're upgrading from. If you're coming from a 9 series, then the 1080 was probably... I've got the 980 Ti in my streaming computer, which is, I think it's about equivalent to the 1080. So the 1080 Ti was a big step up. So it just depends where you're coming from, the gaming leprechaun. Thank you to anyone that is joining me for the first time. Please feel free to click on the like, the follow, the subscribe button, depending on where you're watching. Please feel free also to check out my other channels, my social media outlets. I've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and as I say, YouTube, Twitch. We're all there. So it'd be kind of you if you wouldn't mind just checking them out, dropping a like or a follow or anything. I'd appreciate that a lot. Trying to get this little community I've got going off the ground. No pun intended. Before Clive jumps on me on that one. And yeah, it'd be good to have some more company. All the links are in my Twitch page primarily. So yeah, the airport's loading in, Clive. I think I'm close enough for it to be. I've got runways and basic layout loading in. I might just be a little bit too far out, I think, for the actual textures to be loading in.
Yeah.
Close off to have a good night. Oh yeah. Sorry, Clive's got me boogieing over here.
Of all the tweaks, different things we can do to get the scrolling much better, there's still there's something that there still needs to be sorted out. However good people's specs are, we are still getting that little bit of that little the little pause, a couple of second pause,
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to run downstairs. I've got to go and get Rosie's milk out the fridge. Can you just bear with me just for a moment? I will literally be a minute and a half tops. Or not, she's not here yet. I'm waiting for her to pull up outside. So I'm just keeping my eyes open for her. That's Karine, that is, by the way. Yeah. Okay, 2 seconds. Hello, I'm back. Have we crashed yet?
No, he's still up in the air.
Oh, happy days. Right, time to concentrate a little bit, methinks. Okay, I've got a decel point coming up anyway, so... Oh, let's have a look. Basically, I'm upgrading from nothing. I can't get a 1080 Ti because it's too expensive. The 1070 Ti and the 1080 have the same VRAM, but the 1080 has a few percent higher performance. I was wondering because I would get a 1080 instead of that, but the 1080 is around $100 plus more than the 70. Sorry for the irrelevant talk. I'll try and check the social media. Also, it's all. I think for me, I'd go for the Ti over the 1080, possibly because the Ti has got a bit more kick, possibly to it. Usually, I think the Ti's you can overclock a bit better as well. So you might find the 1070 Ti you can overclock to what the 1080 is if you know with a little bit of just tweaking. Shouldn't be that difficult. You could save yourself $100 then, can't you, as well? And then put that towards something else if you're going to be upgrading. Hope that helps. Hope that helps a little bit. I try and help where I can. I wouldn't say I'm knowledgeable, vastly knowledgeable, but I know little bits. I'm one of these jack of all trades, master of none. I'll do more research, and thanks. No worries, pal. No worries. Here if you need anything. So feel free to check out any of the other things, and you can always get me on one of those outlets if necessary. Right, just past 17,000 feet. Did I miss anything as well? Have I missed any? No. It's starting to get a bit cloudy now, Clive. I don't think we're going to see too much. Unless it's a low cloud, unless it's a high cloud base, and then we might be able to see a bit as we're coming in. All right, let's just slow it down.
I am going to have to watch and move a bit because I thought the shopping was coming between 3 and 4, but it's coming between 2 and 3.
No worries, mate. No worries.
So I'm just got to put a few more clothes on.
As you do, as you do.
Yeah. So I am watching as well.
All right, pal. No worries. Marcus Caballero. Good afternoon. Enjoying your stream. Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing, sir? Whereabouts are you from? That sounds like a Spanish name. I've probably got it completely wrong. Spanish or Italian or something. What are you up to this afternoon? And if you are from another country, welcome to my channel. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it as well. That makes me feel good. Let's have some air brakes. We'll just slow it down a smidge now. Come on, slow down. Oh, Marcus 5420. Thank you for the follow there. Thank you for that. I'm sure the notification will pop up in a minute. I don't know why it isn't. But it should do. But my big thank yous to you, sir. That's very kind of you. I'm feeling the love this afternoon, guys.
There's someone on the way.
There it is.
Something.
Marcus 5420, thank you once again, sir. Oh, slowing right down now. 220 knots. So look, 2, 3, 6, or thereabouts. No, it's very kind of you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Like the little face as well, mate. What are you up to today then, Marcus? Very cloudy on approach. It is, it is. What can you do? You can't change the weather though, can you? 737 Viking. Oh, okay, no worries. You get my specs. Did that work? Did my specs turn up with that? I don't know. My specs are on my channel, on my Twitch channel, by the way. I think they're there anyway. They should be. Welcome, 737 Viking. How are you, sir? What are you up to on this fine afternoon? Oh, long day at work. Uh-oh. Long day? Oh, are you further on in the PM then? Whereabouts in the world are you, Marcus? Should be nice effect with the low clouds. Well, we can hope. We can hope. Or I could just make a mess of it all completely. West Sussex. Oh, work nights, just pottering till later. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. What is it you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to say if you don't want to. But thank you for being here anyway. Thank you so much. Thank you to anyone else that is here that hasn't yet said hi. Please don't be afraid to do so. I love to chat. Budapest, just an hour ahead. Oh, nice. Please feel free to click on the follow, guys. Or if you're on YouTube or whatever, subscribe. All the links are there now. I am so impressed and so amazed by the love being shown today. It's amazing.
There's someone on the way. Something.
RScan17. Thank you for the follow there, sir. Or madam. I'm hoping, maybe sure, I should say thank you, shouldn't I? Thank you so much for the follow there, RScan. That's very kind of you. I'm cabin crew with RHINO. Oh, wow. So, okay. So I've got to plant this firmly on the tarmac, have I then? Specs. Oh, you can't get my specs. Hang on. My specs should be there. They're in. I need to put them on the bot. I haven't got around to put them on the bot yet, but on my channel page, on my Twitch page, they're right there. I need to upgrade. I need to update them. I need to update them a lot. In fact,
there's someone on the way. Something.
737 Viking. Thank you for the follow there, sir. Thank you. How are you doing this afternoon? Whereabouts are you from? Don't be shy. Come and say hi and all that. I should be on a fairground, shouldn't I? Right, speed intervene. I'm going to slow this right down now. Bring it down to 190. We can take flaps 1. Oh, look at that, and it's flaps 1 speed. Happy days. Hey, what are you all doing on this fine... Oh, it's in the UK, it's very miserable. It's very overcast and chilly. I feel very cold today. What are you all doing today? Anything exciting? That is so kind of. That's made me feel good. That has. I've had a few new followers today. So the stream tomorrow should have been in the daytime, but I've got a doctor's appointment, so I'm planning on doing it tomorrow evening instead, about 8 PM UK time. So if there's anyone around that wants to join in, I'm thinking of doing the return leg of this flight. So tomorrow it could be back to Birmingham from Ibiza. If anyone fancies it, it's a very odd routing. This is a what's it? Quarter 1 November arrival. Just trying to find my feet on the pedals. You're a lorry driver. Nice. That's the best time for drivers to work, aren't you? I suppose. You get clear roads and everything. Let's take speed 180. We're going to keep it there then. Where are you heading into on the flight? We're heading into Ibiza, mate. Ibiza. Look at these clouds. Quick, let's go on the, let me just see if there's any. How's it looking on the? Oh no. It's the ILS for Ibiza. Ibiza. I've had it multiple times. Oh, 737 Viking. Thanks, pal. Cheers for that. An R scan. I also have farming 19. I have it as well. I just haven't got into it yet. I need to learn how to use that because it looks complicated. Well, some of the basics aren't that complicated, but it looks, there's a lot of buttons to learn. I did. Yeah, I've got it all set up. Have you selected runway 24? I have. Absolutely, lol. I get the hump when I drive during the day and there are other vehicles on the road. Wow. You like your space, do you, Beau? Alright, it's VOR, loc select. Climbing, okay. Let's just hit that, speed intervene. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I feel a bit like that, and I just got a car. What is it you deliver? Are you at one of these companies that delivers lots of different things? Standard passing transition. There we go. 1032. Just double check that. Now an active sky. Nail this. I'm going to do my best, sir. 1032. That's fine. I will do my best just for you. Just for you. Flaps 5. I feel Marcus 5420 is going, go on, go on, go on. Why do I get a feeling? Have I got to nail it like a nail in the coffin? That hard are we talking with it being Ryanair? Flaps 10. Oops. I've just nailed my microphone. VOR lock, and then we can click on approach. We had such a horrid landing this morning to Marseille. Oh, was it bad? Is it the pilot's fault or is that just weather? Alright, if I do go quiet, it's just because I'm trying to concentrate, guys, so please just bear with me. I will get back to your comments just as soon as I've planted it into the ground. Okay, speed brake is armed. Take all the pallets from my depot to the Nationwide hub and then bring stuff back for West Sussex. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm waiting for that magenta diamond just to start dropping now ever so slightly. I'm going to just sit myself up a bit. We have a new first officer, only new at Ryanair. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, sorry. Where have I got back to? Are there any other flights after this or no? R-scan, not today, I'm afraid. This is a very brief one today. And then I just have a couple of hours in the daytime. Being a family man, I do have a lot of other commitments as well. So, yeah. So I'm afraid this is after this. We'll park up and land, land and park up, and then I'll have a minute or two, and then that's 28. Okay, and then that'll be it. I'm afraid. So gate 28. Alright, that's armed, ready to go, and then page up. Whoa, the wind's picking up now, boys and girls. For some reason it is, anyway. It's not showing on the display. What point do you manually take over landing generally? About 1,000 feet, unless you're feeling brave. Alright, let's... I'm going to take gear down. Flaps 15. Because I need to. Christ, he's saying there's no wind, and yet it's choppy as you like. Because that makes sense. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. Just for Clive, we'll have a little... there we go, Clive. How's that, mate? There's a view for you. It is getting a bit choppy. It shouldn't be either, really. Okay, it's calmed down now. It's calmed down. Wind's 21, gusting 35. According to this, there's no wind. I don't know. Maybe unless Active Sky's playing up. No, it says it's connected. Just says cloudy. I've got winds 320 at 5 now. But we're on approach, so we're going to make this approach anyway. Just waiting for that magenta diamond. She's coming in now. There we go, Clive. There's a little view for you, mate. How's that for you? Bit of wing vortex going on. So what's occurring with everyone? Thanks for being here. How are you all doing on this fine, dreary British day? It seems like the weather down there is in Ibiza is a little bit warmer than it is up here, but it's just as cloudy and overcast. Right, okay, we have glide path locked. Okay. Approach. So we're a little high, and 2,500 feet, no worries. Just off the right wing. Just off there, sir. Is it, sir, really? How's that then for you? Does that help? Past it now. Oh, okay. No worries. And then flaps 30, please, sir. Thank you very much. Right, that is us about fully configured, I think. Let's have a quick check. We'll just stick those on, ready to go. Should have really put those on beforehand, but never mind. 2 white, 2 red means we're spot on. Don't forget, guys, please feel free to click on the follow or the subscribe button. That'd be amazing for you. For me, even, rather, I should say. Whoops. Alright, let's go manual. Auto throttle can come off as well. Let's see how much of it, how much we can wreck this. I'm not sure, R-Scan, why they're black. I think it's something to do with the reflection profile. Well, that's my best guess anyway. So, check. I don't know what that was then. Something just flew through the cabin.
Approaching 2-4.
Check. Landing. Down. Reverse is green.
4,000 feet remaining. 3,000 feet remaining. 2,000 feet remaining. 1,000 feet remaining.
Not bad for a novice, eh? Very good landing, but thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. Nicely done. Thank you very much. Uh, 2 hours 14 we planned. Correction, 2 hours 12 minutes we planned. And 2 hours 14 it took. So I'm not going to grumble at that at all. Yahtzee, no worries, no worries. You carry on, it's fine, mate. Someone's got to be silly, aren't they? You always get them, RHINO. I wouldn't worry about it. It's just someone trying to be clever and it's not working. Right, flaps up. Let's start that. Okay. That's my missus, though. She's just defending me, Yahtzee. She's got every right to get funny, mate, I'm afraid. If you're going to get funny with me, she will get funny with you. So, and it's not her that's going to get banned if you're going to get silly. So, let's be polite. Let's be nice, because that's what I'm about. So, yeah. Thank you very much. It's not difficult to just be nice, is it? Eh? Okay, so stand 28, I think we're going to. I hope I get it right for you, Clive. At least I think I did. I will do. We'll see. Yeah, my fiance, yeah. I'm engaged to be married. And she watches my streams. I'm back home. Haha, I hope it's as you remembered. Thank you lots for the flight today. No worries, Arscan. It's been a pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure. As always, I enjoy doing this. That's why I do it. I do it because of the company and because I enjoy doing what I'm doing. Incidentally, I'm going to say this is the most amount of viewers I've had in my stream on my own without any kind of raid or anything from anyone before. So thank you to everyone that is here. Thank you to everyone that's supporting me right now. It's insane how good the community is backing me, and I really appreciate it. I just want you to all know that.
There's someone on the way. Some
JJ491. Thank you for the follow there, sir. That's appreciated. I appreciate that. We're taxiing into the gate. We are. And I'm just taking my time because I'm enjoying this moment. I've got all you guys in chat. I've got my missus trying to sort me out there as well. Look, sorting out Yahtzee or whatever his name was. And yeah, we don't have any time for negativity. Kareen's just backing me up. She will do because, well, I'm me. Just call me Jay. No worries. Cheers, Jay. Right, so this is our turning. Oh, no, and I'm not turning. I'm not turning. Oh, you did not see that, okay? You did not see that. Do you know what? Just because, this is because I've took my thing off, took my eyes off it. I'm going to just do something I really shouldn't do. Thank you for the follow there, Yahtzee. Let's just hope you've learned. I'll be back for more streams, no worries. Well, tomorrow at 8 PM, that's Wednesday, 8 PM UK time. I'm not quite sure why I'm not breaking. Why am I not? I don't know why. Let me just see if I can stop. Have I got something going on here? Let's try that. Stand 28. Incidentally, Clive, I don't suppose they do this when you're in the aircraft, mate, do they? I will try and catch some of your streams. I generally pot around during the afternoons, so if you're streaming, I'll try and tune in. So, my daytime stream is I can't do this in shoes. How odd! I've got my trainers on while I'm trying to taxi. It's really odd. So I stream on a Sunday and Monday evening from about 7:30, and then on a Tuesday and Wednesday daytime, it is 11 o'clock. And I have no idea why my brakes aren't working. I need to figure that out. Six feet. 3, 2, 1. Stop! Stop!
I'll have to see if I can join you on Friday if you're flying.
It's tomorrow evening, mate.
Oh, you're flying tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow evening, because I was going to do the daytime. How you doing, by the way?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Just a quick get some of these messages. Let me see. Hang on, pause that there. Let me quick. What time do you stream? Because I'm sick, so I got nothing better to do. Well, tomorrow I'll be streaming about 8 PM, and that'll be return Ibiza to Birmingham. And then then after that, it will be Sunday evening and then Monday evening. I have got a stream schedule put up now on my channel. There will be the odd occasion where I do an off-the-cuff stream just randomly, because if I've, Queen says to me, "Oh, go and do some streaming," then I'll be happy to do that. But that'll just be on the fly, no pun intended. Let's just stop the engines. So yeah. It's always a useful thing to do, isn't it? Go on to the APU gen. So yeah, the stream schedule is there. However, I do the odd flight or something in between, and then that's always cool. And you're welcome to join me. Absolutely, like Harry's just said. Then I might join in. I've got my Discord channel. You feel free to come and join in. I will say though, if it gets too crowded in there, I will have to maybe go into my own orifice where I can have me and maybe a couple of pals that I can concentrate more with, because if there's any more than 2 or 3 of us chatting, then it becomes quite hectic. So just bear that in mind. But thank you to everyone that's reaching out to me. I love this game. So love watching as well. Oh, that's good. If you do not stop, we could always go to baggage reclaim. We could, mate. We could. Clive says that was a first-class flight and stream. Clive, you helped, mate. You were there keeping me company. Thank you for your time and your patience. And then Marcus is saying thanks for an enjoyable stream today. Keep up the good work. I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. It's you guys though that have the influence over how good it is. If the channel analytics, if you will, show that it's good, in what sort of numbers? I know it's all about numbers, but okay, the numbers show how good it's actually been. The longer you guys are tuning in for, is how good the actual result is. And if you guys are liking what you see, I know I'm not bouncing around and I'm not, doing that something, but that's not me. As I've said to people before, I'm not here to bounce around. I'm just here to be me, chill out, relax, have time with good friends, and have just nice times. And Harry would probably back me up that that's just all I've ever done. I don't like to. I get excited at times, but nothing, over the top. But yeah, so literally, it's so amazing how good this stream's turned out. Anyway, timed well. Shopping arrived. Clive, I hope you've got. And I've got. What is going on with that? I've got half an invisible. Let's reload Coatl. Oh, that's because half the air bridge is just... I bet that's not going to work, is it? Coatl. Restart. Oh, it should do. Maybe it's... let's try... Come on. Request deboarding. 193. We had 177. I think it was. Let's just see. Oh, now it works. Now it's working. Do you know, it's been a really good stream, Harry, today. I've really enjoyed it, mate. I hope you're still there. I'll not just talk to myself.
Oh, yeah, it definitely has been, mate. I've been tuned in. I was quiet for a bit, but yeah, it's been a really good stream.
Have you seen the numbers?
I like it. So yeah, I've been looking at numbers and that. And
it's. I mean, I know it's not all about the numbers. It's about what I'm enjoying, but I'm obviously doing something in the right direction.
Definitely, mate. So, this is our hobby, and
yeah,
it's a good way of sharing your hobby, and that,
And this is what I'm trying to say to people. It's not about how you get there. It's who you get there with.
Yeah.
Let's open some doors.
Talking about the hobby, I've just brought.
Oh, here we go.
No, I just got Fly Tamper's Toronto.
Oh, it's good, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that a little while now. We are currently in Ibiza on stand 28. So when I load up tomorrow, I've got to remember that actually, stand 28. Stand 28. So if anyone wants to join tomorrow, that would be amazing. It would be quite cool to have a few of us flying in convoy. Oh look, there's the peeps getting off. I do like GSX for this. Let's just go. There we go. Might have a little snapshot of that. What did you think? Have you tried out Toronto then?
I'm just sitting on tarmac at the moment, looking around. It's pretty decent.
It's heavy though. Do you do cats? Do you do? Oh, do I do VATSIM? You're on your phone, aren't you, Arscan? I think. Yeah, this is. I've flown on VATSIM today. I usually fly on VATSIM. It's very rare I don't fly on VATSIM these days. Simply being that if anyone does want to join in, then they can, and we can all fly together. So yeah, it's been a blast. This has been really cool. I'm going for now. Great to watch this afternoon. Thanks, Marcus. You're a legend. Take it easy, pal. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Sorry. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. Don't need to be sorry. Nothing to be sorry for. What am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Just getting the last few people off. Come back from school to this. AfriZ, how do you do? Let's turn that off. I don't need that on anymore. How are you doing, AfriZ? Are you well? Long time no speak. So are you doing some flights from Toronto then, or are you going to still do your San Diego flight?
I'm going to do San Diego back to Heathrow, and then I might do Heathrow to Toronto. If it's on the schedules.
Yeah.
I might take the 777 or the 78.
Oh, triple's my friend. Piggery? What do you mean piggery? Poggers? Poggers? All those lucky people going on their hollybobs now. But please, if anyone does want to join in on the next stream, you'd be more than welcome to. And I would like that, actually. I'd welcome that. It means we can all have a good fun together. And obviously, a lot of the chat would be, hey, can you fly to Nova Scotia? I'm sure we could maybe arrange something at some point. Not now. But, you know, we can look at doing... I've got on a Sunday evening, I'm doing a GA tour of Eastern USA. I've done a couple of legs already, and I ended up in Santa Barbara before. Just came yesterday to say hi, wish you good luck, but had no time. No worries, mate. That's very kind of you. Anyone here that hasn't yet, please feel... If you want to get a quick shout-out, click on the follow button, the sub, like, any of those things that require noises to be made on the stream. Please feel free to click on them, and I will give you a quick shout-out as I've got to go in a few minutes. So if you want that shout-out today, then get clicking away. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until tomorrow evening, at which point I will do my best to catch up with anything that I've missed or haven't done. So, you know, bearing in mind I will be setting up for flight, so I can't promise I will get to all the shout-outs, but I will do my best, that is for sure. Oh, and there's the last person off the aeroplane. Just got to wait for the flight deck to come in. Oh, they're coming to re-cater already. Is it going somewhere else? Happy days. No, not going anywhere else. Not at all. Yahtzee says, I live in Nova Scotia. That's why the airport's called Halifax Stanfield International. Nice. We'll see what we can do, mate. No promises, but I've got a few bits already lined up. As I say, I've got this. I've got tomorrow sorted. I've got my Sunday evening sorted for some time now. And good evening to the people that have just joined in. The numbers have just peaked. Where did that come from? 33. How do everyone? Good evening. I've just landed in Ibiza. Oh, my cabin crew with the heels just wandering past there. Look, she's walking like she's got something stuck where the sun don't shine. Wow, have you noticed that, Harry?
Yeah.
They walk a little bit too funny.
They do.
They've got something stuck somewhere, I think. and then the pilot's coming out like he's got sore legs.
Well, like he's watching the cabin crew, isn't he?
He's got a limp on. It's but good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining in whenever it was you've joined in. Thank you for, even if it's just now, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. And please go ahead and click on that like button and the follow button. And do yourself a favour and let's get flying together. I'll be talking about other things. I talk a lot about mental health as I'm a sufferer of mental health issues, believe it or not. And I want to be some sort of an advocate and somewhere for people to go with suffering as well. So I combine my relaxedness of flight simming with chatting. Oh, here he comes, with pilot and the captain. Oh, got stiff legs. Oh, look at that. And the first officer going, oh, I needed to stretch my legs. Wow. It's like, You dread to think what's been going on in that flight deck. Number one, you have control. Oh, dear me. Sorry. It's going down the pan now, isn't it? And it's not even after 9 o'clock. But yeah, I'm waiting for one notification to come through because it's been posted, but it's not come through yet. Oh dear me! You got much planned for the rest of the afternoon, Harry?
Nope. Kids are going to be home in a bit from school.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sort out dinner. Mrs. Mum is
There's
coming
someone on the
cool.
way. Some
hence why
thing.
I'm cleaning the house.
Ah, Junkerdunk 76. Sorry, they're saying that with a mouthful of food. Junkerdunk 76. Thank you for the follow there, my friend. That's greatly appreciated. I like that name. That's quite cool. Junkerdunk. Thank you for your patience, your time, and your company. What do you reckon, Harry? Think it's been worthwhile?
Definitely has, mate. Definitely has.
Let's check over to that one, and then, bro, keep up the great work. You're so damn positive. It's scary. You're absolutely amazing. Keep streaming and posting on YouTube. Well, I post YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so I stream to both at the same time. Just really, I want to get myself out there a little bit. Do I have any other planes? Do you know Arscan? I forgot to answer that earlier on. Yeah, I do. So I've got the 7.3, the 7.4, the 7.5, the 7.7, the 7.8, Airbus 319, 18, 20, 21, and some GA as well. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. That's about most of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet, go me. Happy days. Yes, I mean, if you guys have got any, and I'd love to see, because I'm not, Harry, you could try this for me actually, mate, if you wanted to be a help. On my Twitch page, I've got a suggestion box, and it's not yet been tested, and I could do with a test subject to post something in it.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested to see how it works and whether or not I need to do anything once someone's posted, if that's possible. But if anyone else has got any suggestions, apparently this suggestion box is just for that reason alone. Stick your suggestions in for what you might like to see on the stream, and I'll do my very best to get through the suggestions and act with them as well. It's hashtag mental health matters is what we need. Hard to animate walking or in general human motions. I probably would put an escalator in the tunnel so I don't have to animate walking. Yeah, that would be quite cool, wouldn't it? That's just being mega lazy, though. Sorry, no, it's cool, man. It's cool. Yeah, hashtag mental health matters is what I'm using. It's not my own. It's somebody else has already got it, but I like it. It does matter. It's okay, man. It's cool. It's cool. Yep. I'm assuming that's yip to being lazy. But no worries, man. No worries. I'm sure you're a busy kid. But on that joyous note, it is with sad, sad news that I must bring this to a close. Thank you so much for your time and your patience and every bit of support that everyone's giving. It's really quite something. And I'm so impressed that I've got so many viewers in the channel currently that are actually listening to me drone on about absolute nonsense. Hashtag mental health matters. There we go, Yahtzee. Got it in one. Got it in one. That's what we need to do. Hashtag mental health matters. Hashtag AspieNeil. No, don't end it. Well, the thing is, I've got to go to school in a little bit, get my kids from school, unfortunately. But like I say, I have the suggestion box on my Twitch page. Please go and use it. Please go and click on my Discord, my Facebook. It's all there. You know, you can get in touch with me, and if I can't get in touch with you right away in return, I will get back to you at some point. I post pictures, I chat to people. It's all there. Me and Harry met. I started doing this, and Harry joined in, and we have a right laugh, don't we?
Yes,
and we meet now when we go to Cosford and stuff. We realise we don't live that far from each other. So I love you too, babe. No worries. Big hearts. There you go. There's my heart going at you. I hope that came out okay, not like a rambling noise. But yeah, I know you don't want me to end it, and I'm not sure why you're happy listening to me droning on, but clearly you are. And I generally thank you all. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just it makes me feel so like good about what I'm doing. It makes me want to do it more. Okay, that makes sense. Have fun. See, I got notifications when you go on Yahtzee. No worries, Mel. Don't forget, mate. Don't forget to click on those other links, though. Go and join the Facebook page and Discord. All the links are there. You know, you can chat with all the other people that you might hear on here. There's Clive, Harry, Kev. We're all on Discord. As long as we're polite, and that's all I will keep emphasising is polite manners and dignity. What microphone is it that you use? Afri said, why does it sound really good, or does it sound really bassy? It is the newer NW700 Pro, I think they called it. I couldn't afford anything better than this, so I just went with what I could afford. I did a bit of research, and they said it would be okay. Does it come out okay, Harry, on the stream?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, sound.
It's got quite a good mic, that is.
It's not bad. It's one of these ones with the XLR cables. So it's not just a plug and play job. Well, it's plug and play, but it has to go through the audio mixer first. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. And if any of you guys have got any questions or comments or anything, don't forget to get them through to me. Suggestion box is there. Please use it. I would much rather you use it and me do content that you guys are wanting to see than me just guess and get it wrong and lose people that maybe, you know, would rather see something else. Afri said, say same. I bought the BM800 with a Behringer in. Yeah, I've got the Behringer. It's the 1200 USB, 1204. Sorry, USB. Yeah, it's quite a good buy. And I've just boosted the bass up a little bit on it because I wanted to have a bit more of a Barry White tone to my voice. Arscan, see you, bro. Have an amazing day. Arscan, you too, mate. I look forward to speaking to you very soon. And I hope you do find the urge to click on the other links and everything and check us out a bit more. We're all there. I'm sure any of the guys that you hear on the stream will chat to you. And I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Thank you all. Peace out. Love as always.